message is never-ending story.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Now I guess the gag is all here. How you doing?
Welcome everybody to Wolf Commander Rambles. Once again, I'm your werewolf, your wolf commander. Once again, we have been really just been coming down to an interesting time right now in the history of Wolf Commander Rambles and the history of the world right now. So that's my roommate in the background. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so this is going to be just basically a catching up stream because I missed you guys, and it's been 2 weeks so far since we did a Wolf Commander Rambles stream. This format might be the status quo for now, at least until the schedule my schedule at my new job, my current job, gets retooled in March.
Right.
Or whatever kind of situation is going to happen in the future, which we probably will be returning to the regular scheduled program. As far as I'm concerned, this is why I asked everybody how are you on weekends. Sadly, Schooner's not, but he's managed to make time for to join us. And in fact, where are my mares? The Schooner, the Tuna.
Hey, coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna, and yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you guys. And without further ado, let's go to the next one.
He is a man with a weird face every single time he pops up in here. He's the Fizz Chozo.
Well, it's been 2 weeks, but I'm back here again, I guess. I've been trying to I'm gonna watch this anime called Mexican Hatchin'.
Okay.
Michigo and Hotchkin.
Yeah, Mexican Hatchin'.
Oh, I love it.
That's another thing I want to talk about in sometime in this stream right now. We have the Maverick Hunter Saint, Brian Gil Martin as well.
Hey everybody, hope you all been having a very good afternoon. And I have to say, the thumbnail that Wolf chose is quite appropriate because we're getting is really winter wonderland out here, you know.
Well, it's more around campfire, or in this case, fireplace. But yeah, we'll be discussing things right near a fireplace. And last but not least, to my left or some shit like that, we have the Bear of the North, Eloise Dottle.
Greetings, everyone.
All these freaking years, the many times you've been here, you still can't think of a damn intro.
We'll work on it sometime.
No. I think this is actually fitting for her since she's the awkward wallflower in our bunch.
I thought I was bad.
Nah, you're
actually better than me because you actually have a bunch of lines.
I'm sure you have a lot to say once I get to doing the moments with you, Eloise. Trust me.
I'm honestly just like.
Look, if I was able to squeeze 15 minutes out of this silent protagonist right next to you, I'm pretty sure I can get 20 minutes out of Eloise.
And you probably already can get 20 minutes out of me.
Well, Negro, I can get an hour out of you. You talk too damn much, like me. But yeah, well, actually, you'll be in the for you, Fizz, you'll be sharing it with Matt and Unqualified and Fiona. So it's gonna be moments with guests. But that's just celebrating you guys coming onto the show for the 10-year, almost near the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So I'll be celebrating that as well. Putting that compilation up, it's gonna be difficult because I don't even know which stream Fiona popped up, and I'm damn sure gonna be having a hard time finding which was the stream that Unqualified showed up in.
No, yeah, I watched this video a time ago.
I think I remember they were both in the same stream, like back to back.
I'm subscribed to Unqualified.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to it too. But yeah, I'm talking about some individually. But then again, I probably wouldn't have the need to just separate them individually, just have them just in one video. But yeah, that's gonna be next on the list. It'll be Eloise next. So yeah, moments with guests, it'll be Matthew Flynn, Dominic Powell. Dominic will be definitely if he's up to always try and show up here sometimes. You know, he'll probably be a new member. I'm pretty sure. No, actually, he is a member. He's the Dog of the South.
Right. And Final Fantasy fan is the Lightbringer.
Yep.
The Lightbringer.
You need to change that name because that reminds me of freaking Linkara's shit webcomic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could call him the
I don't
Warrior
think
of
I
Light
read
and
Lincoln's
Shadow.
webcomic.
Mm-hmm.
I still watch. Yeah.
Repeat what you said, Fizz.
I don't think I ever read Lincoln's webcomic. I still watch. I still watch. I recently watched his latest video, but
I always I stick to him because of his history of Power Rangers, and I still want to see what more he can add to the latest ones because he's been re-uploading his history of Power Rangers episodes with more content to him.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the Boom comics are actually thriving, like the Power Rangers Boom comics. So
Of course,
Yeah, I heard.
are really good.
Yeah.
I've been hearing good things about him.
Of course.
I
Yeah,
know-
I got a friend who's constantly coming on here, Dogo Halabar. He's been reading those and sharing them with me, and it's like, wow, it's like they actually have competent writers, you know, and you know where
They don't treat it as kid stuff. They actually treat it with care.
I know, and I'm just
Exactly.
like, can you hire these guys who are writing the Boom Comics, Power Rangers? I don't know, the DC comics, you know, because desperately they need.
I'd rather they stay where they are because I don't
yeah,
Yeah.
truth be told, I don't even want to know what goes on in that studio. The back and forth that goes on in those in both Marvel and DC.
I hear you.
yeah, it seems like a hellhole.
It seems like nobody respects each other, period, in those studios. The
No,
writers,
Like
the
a
editors.
prison yard.
Pretty sure they fired all the editors at this point. I think they mandated that they don't need no editors apparently because the first draft is the best draft.
You know what
I
I
mean,
don't
editors don't-
understand? Like, how is it that like Daniel Cherry is gonna go from, you know, running DC to the ground to like working with Kanye West, like when they have contradicting like
Viewpoints. Yeah.
viewpoints.
Yeah.
What you gonna say, Fizz?
I mean, editors don't only do anything besides collect paychecks in Marvel. So
Here's where I say that they probably got rid of their editors because have you guys ever noticed any typos in their dialogues? Or any
I
bad
haven't been
grammar?
reading Marvel enough. My Marvel enough.
I have been out of the
Yeah,
comic book scene for so long. I'm actually like, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Same
I'm
here.
just seeing some bad grammar in their word balloons, or at least bad sentence structure, like
Mhm.
that infamous Colossus page that was circling around Twitter for a time at how he's going this long ass speech.
I'm just gonna, yeah, but that was a nostalgic, yeah, that's why? It's like, why?
I didn't even read like a speech; it ran like a run-on sentence.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much word balloons in that one freaking page.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, if I ever get bouncers off the ground, I'm not gonna write like this. I sure as hell ain't gonna write like this.
Nope.
Like, they ain't gonna, like that wasn't even a wall of text. That was a stream of text.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about stream. I'm talking about the water stream. Like
Yeah.
like that was a river of text. Like damn,
Yeah.
I heard a wall of text, but a river of text.
Oh, yeah.
I guess this phrase "brevity is the soul of wit" means nothing to these writers.
Well, they never
Mm-hmm.
heard that line. They
Nope.
don't remember these people are illiterate. They don't pay attention to English
Oh yeah.
because they want to identify with a damn pronoun.
Can I also just say that most of these writers are, and this is the Seamus, this is terrible, but they are just diversity hires.
Yep.
Let's call that what it is. They were, because they said the right thing or they matched the right little check mark and all that BS. They didn't get good because of their merit, but simply because of what they identified as.
I mean, was Gabrielle Vera interested in telling a story?
That bitch looked like a fucking muppet.
no, she was
Nope.
interested in running a hate campaign.
I
She just
mean,
wanted to know how to
American
get to
television.
Sesame Street, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
No, the
America
bitch look
Chavez
like
is
a
basically.
fucking. She looked like like a rejected crank yanker. Every
Don't
time
know
I
what that even is.
saw, I'm sorry. Every time I saw, you know, videos and pictures, I'm like, bitch look like a fucking rejected crank yanker.
Oh man.
For the
Look at
sake
this.
of Fizz, that's a show where they had Muppets that like like very very adult Muppets.
Well,
I
okay,
remember
so
that show.
yeah,
You ever
Frank
heard of the
Yanker.
character called Special Ed?
Oh yeah.
He was my favorite.
Crank Yankers is
But
basically celebrities who crank called these people as caricatures of various people, and the TV show Crank Yankers is basically puppets matched to the audio.
okay, got it.
It's basically
But
MTV Sesame Street almost, but it was in what Comedy Central.
Yeah,
okay,
Comedy Central.
okay. But Gabrielle Vera, she basically made America Chavez on her run into Mr. Garrison as a superhero.
Okay,
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, that's Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Hat.
Yeah, exactly, Mr.
She wear
Garrison.
hats a lot.
Fuck them all to death.
No, because Mr. Garrison, if you don't know, is Wiz he? He's a gay racist guy
You
who
gonna hell. You gonna hell. You die.
exactly. That
Yup.
was America Chavez essentially.
Oh my god.
You don't agree with her politics? You gonna hell. You gonna hell. You die.
Yep, pretty much that in a nutshell.
I remember they. Sorry about that, guys. I swear it's not COVID.
I mean, I just swear, how have these heroes just fallen so far? And I can only blame myself because I didn't what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't care enough to say you gotta stop.
Well, the thing is, we've been going through this stuff time and time again. You know, I would love Gabby. I would love America Chavez. I like her concept. I like her design. You know what I'm saying? I like. Look. Here's the thing. Hang on, Fizz, because I heard you about ready to speak. You getting excited, and I'm the one with a monster drink right now. But no, what I was saying is, I'm always excited for the next street level hero, and I was hoping America Chavez was going to be like the next, like one of those next street level heroes. I like her, like I said, I like her designs. You know, she got that long Floyd hair, curly hair. You know, it's simple, it's casual. You know what I'm saying? She got the hoodie, she got the booty shorts and all that stuff, and she owned up to her design. She's owned up to, she's a spicy Latina, frosty, fiery, and all that stuff. And she don't take no shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
But when you look at her, you could kind of tell that she also respects heroes that came before her. So like she had to run into Captain America. Hey, Captain America. Wait, why's my fucking real name showing up on my damn?
Holy shit.
Your name is Sean.
Wow.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
What just happened?
His real name is up on the screen instead of his screen name.
Wait, so does that mean your real name isn't Brian Gilmartin?
That's weird.
We're talking about Wolfie's real name.
I know.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. In the backwatch, you can just take it down.
13
You can just,
fucking minutes and my fucking real name is you know what? I'm not even,
okay,
I'm not
it's
even
okay.
right.
In the back.
Don't worry, nobody will find you.
Well,
No,
that's not the case. The case is how many Sean Hands do you know?
That's true.
I do
mean-
not know.
Samuel Oki in the chat.
Well, considering Hannah is
Exactly.
Hannah is a popular Jewish last name, so like.
Oh, that's what that is. I mean, I knew it was biblical. I didn't think it was Jewish.
Hey, Emily, how you doing, man?
Ain't that crazy? I got a fucking Irish name and a Jewish last name, so I guess I am fucking oppressed.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, if anybody now that y'all know my name and the origins of my name, so technically, if anybody has a problem with me, not only are you being culturally racist, but you're also being anti-Semitic now.
Oh, double whammy.
That's a triple whammy, knowing full well that I'm also fucking part Cherokee.
Oh, there's some oppression points there.
Right.
Damn, that's gonna be the ultimate shield got you moment against the SJWs.
Dude, I'm
Fucking hell,
just saying, come at us, bro.
I'm fucking hard on myself right now because I'm so fucking conscious about my fucking identity, and it just
Yeah.
and like this whole fucking week, I was on freaking Dan Harron's stream doing the Captain America rewatch debate, right? And I mute myself, and I was ready to unmute myself, but I fucking clicked on my camera, revealing my face.
Yikes.
I don't care though, because it was brief, so I bet you everybody would tab over and just listen.
Yeah. I think
But
I think I showed like my face very briefly when I first came into the green room.
well, yeah, you did, but we
Damn, I missed it.
Yeah, it was blinking, you'll miss it.
Well, no, other than that, like what I was saying was, I think I'm subconsciously trying to reveal myself.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to get myself ready for a face reveal.
Yeah, I
These
can hear
days.
that.
The only reason why but truth be told, the only reason why I'm hiding myself is because I don't want family involved.
I get it.
Me too.
And family, if family's
Same.
so connected to my ass, it's like they just follow me everywhere I go and shit. I'm like, leave me up. Look, I love you, but you guys know I'm a recluse.
Yes, an introvert.
Right.
Not necessarily, but I do go outside sometimes. But still, like the point is, I'm a recluse. There's a reason why I'm like I don't look. I rep with y'all, but I don't want to be around you guys too long.
Right.
I like my privacy. I like my peace and quiet. I like my alone time.
Yeah,
Your me time, as
I
it
get
were.
that. I get that.
Like nieces and nephews. That's a whole different story. But like family, adults. I'm like I need. Look, I'm keeping my distance for the sake of y'all, not for the sake of me.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one in the family. I'm one of the weird ones in the family.
Do you know what introverts call the sun? The giant scare ball.
Pretty much.
Simon says, doing very well. Visiting my dad, reading Monster Hunter Alpha by Larry Correa. Really good series. Okay, nice.
Very.
Hey, share this stream, dude.
Samuel E. Olakey, tell your father we all say hi.
Thank you, Schooner. Share this stream because this is the weekend. Where the hell everybody doing? What's so important? I'm kidding.
Well, it's like, bans are getting lifted. We get to go outside again. For however long it might be.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, have you guys, those that work?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking those that work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen an influx of new hires that had took jab?
Nope.
Like since I asked that question in the private in the MeWe group, right?
Yep.
Right.
Have y'all since then still seen influx, like at least like one or two hires at least?
Well, here's the interesting thing. I've been told at my job you can't ask that question, but you got people who are very loud and open about it, saying, "Oh, I got my hit. But I got my jab. Sorry." But there's a surprising number of them who kind of stay quiet and say, "Hey, have you gotten your jab?" Yeah, I do. And I know they're lying. It's just,
Yep.
I'm thinking there's less people vaccinated at my job than there are vaccinated.
After all that you said, that ain't what I asked you.
Well, have you seen an influx? No, no, I have not.
I'm saying, have you seen at least one new hire that's been vaxxed?
And the answer is no.
One or two at least. What about you, Brian?
Same here. Nobody's really volunteered that information on my end.
I'm talking about visual, man.
In that case, no.
I'm saying, have you guys seen any new people at your job?
I've seen new people, but I don't know if they're vaxxed or not.
No. I'm not asking you whether they're vaxxed or not. What I'm saying is, have you seen any new people? Like, if you see new people coming to your job, you know that they're vaxxed. And
Mm.
it's a coin toss on that. What I'm asking is, you got. Well, here's the question I propose to you: are you guys understaffed at your work?
Yes.
What about you, Brian?
No.
Eloise, have
When
before you?
I left, like there was like only 2 cashiers and the place was filled and there was a long line. So like I don't know
In
if
other
they,
words, understaffed.
yeah,
Well, it's a simple yes or
But
no question.
yeah.
well, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. So Schooner, you say your work area is understaffed, right?
Yes.
Brian, yours is manageable.
Yeah, it's manageable.
So nobody's hiring at your place anytime soon.
I'm still-
Schooner, is there any openings on your end?
Who?
No. So yeah, you guys are y'all gonna be in a hard place at this point. As far as my standing, I'm the new hire that has not been vaxxed, as opposed and I came with at least like I believe 2 or 3 new hires, and that's small. But we don't really need that many people to clean rooms or clean the workplace anyways. But like that's why I asked you guys like because I've been meaning to try to ask Trooper about this too, and I forgot to ask him last night if there's ever a number, a statistic of those who've been vaxxed have been hired to new jobs,
Right.
and those that have been unvaxxed that either been hired or still working or have been unreleased. And I'm asking this question because I mean, we're looking at us in a tough spot here when it comes to getting things done
hmm
as far as like produce is concerned or supplies or what have you.
It's
Would you say?
temporary.
You think it's temporary?
I believe it's temporary because first off, that yes, the the lack thereof of products in stores and the influx of prices is
Mhm.
going to cause everybody to it's going to piss a lot of people off. And this is like, okay, we need to fix this ASAP.
Exactly.
hmm
So, in order, especially people who want to keep their jobs,
hmm
so
Yep.
they're going to try to solve this fast.
And I brought this up in the chat again too because who really wants a job this day and age?
I
Apparently,
do.
not many people.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying like
especially if the government keeps giving away money, nobody's
yeah,
gonna
that's what
want
I'm
to
saying.
work.
Like considering how many fucking goodies they've been giving people, like who still wants a fucking job?
Yep.
Yep.
Apart from those who want to work.
Well, it's the I can't believe I'm saying this. It's the argument from Office Space. You guys remember Office Space? Remember he walked into
I haven't watched it.
Oh, you got it. You're gonna love it.
I'm sure
There's
I
a scene
will.
where he walks into his office all nonchalant, and he basically is telling these guys who are kind of like, well, we're here to talk about, how can we improve the company? And he goes, improve the company? I come into my office 15 minutes late. I mostly just dilly-dally. And I probably, on an average week, complete about 15 minutes of work.
Wow.
He says that all to their faces, and they are like, huh. And they actually say this guy has management material.
That is
Management
ridiculous.
material. And his boss is like going, this guy's a layabout, and he's a total and complete screw up. And they say, well, or maybe you're just not challenging him as an employee. I mean, did you just see the way he casually walked in here and mouthed off to us?
Yep.
And I'm just like saying, that's the problem with the work mentality these days, is that we got bosses and we got managers who are just not motivating us. They're just saying, do it or your job is done. And it's like, I do just enough to say I've done enough. I mean, where's my motivation to want to succeed? And that's the problem. We don't have any motivation to want to succeed.
Nope.
Because everything is just providing for us, and that's why I got to get out of my job, especially now.
Well, I got my theater job, so
Yep.
if I can do it, so can you.
I got to find prospects. I need gold. I got to find gold. Where's the gold?
Right. Everybody was asking me when I was at the theater. It's like, "What? You don't like the theater no more?" No. That's not the case. The case, like, I love the theater all the same. It's just that I'm going where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I'm leaving. Hey, child.
Hey,
job.
that's another problem too. We kept everybody under lock. Oh, wait, hang on. Motivation, not getting fired. Exactly. Oh yeah.
No. Hang on. Let me take over that real quick. That's been a freaking motivation for years now, dudes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not getting fired.
But then
It's like
That's the reason why most of these idiots are taking the damn jab.
Yep. But at the same time, it's like, where is my incentive? I mean, I don't know. They gotta to be an effective leader. I don't know. A leader's got to get down in the trenches with everybody else and say, hey, let's see if we can actually make this quota. And hey, you know what? If we make this quota, somebody gets a $25 or $20 gift card. They got to give us what's the word?
Incentives.
Thank you. They got to give us incentives, and they got to make the incentive worthwhile. I mean, these employees should be getting on their knees and saying, "Don't quit. You're a vital part of this company. I don't want to hire somebody else. I don't want to hire somebody else. Why? People like me." And then they say people like me are a dime a dozen. No, they're not a dime a dozen. You are made for this job. I need you.
Managers are a dime a dozen because nobody's a great leader the moment they step out of their mama's house.
No, they aren't. You got to learn to be a leader.
Let alone swim out of her vagina.
And there's a slap shot to my head right there.
Well, you probably went through that whole world there when your mom birthed you up. Wait, you came as an egg, didn't you? Is that how that works, Schooner? He doesn't mute himself. He's.
I will say this, okay? No, I will simply say this. Popped out as an egg. The egg exploded. I swam.
Nice.
That works.
Epic gestation.
Yep. Gestated, burst, ran. It was like hit and run. It was like kill or be killed.
You can feel it, dude! You can feel it!
That clip never gets old, man.
Nature,
yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
nature documentary starring Schooner Tuna.
Nature documentary. No. Is it nature documentary or no? It's more like primal. Okay, you got predators always coming around trying to eat you. Then my little, reign of terror for a short time before I was captured by forces beyond my comprehension.
This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot.
It gets worse.
It gets worse. Oh my God. I can't talk about the years before the invention of the internet, my saving grace.
Oh, yeah.
My whole world consisted of only 4 walls, glass, and the tapping.
Can we wish Fizz luck if he ever decides to get a job?
Oh, he's got a job. He's making Goofanoid. He's making a comic. He is a freelance. He is a self-employed man. Granted, the wages are shit, but he's a self-employed man.
Adding no wages at all, actually.
Like I said, wages are shit.
Yeah, I must be wondering how the new job is doing for me, right?
What's the new job anyway?
Tell me about it.
It's basically the old job, housekeeping.
I've
been trying to get back to it for some time now, and technically, I basically got back in because, well, people from there are retiring left and right now. It's mostly old people, or rather older people.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, got it. Retirement home job.
No.
They're widening their prospects now because they know that if they hire them young, they can keep them for years.
Well, it's not even that. I'm the only young person in there, technically. You'd be hard pressed to find a hot housekeeper in that group. Cause no young bride ain't gonna think about cleaning rooms in a fucking hotel.
Right.
What about you, Eloise?
I mean, at this point, I'm just willing to go for it if they don't ask too many questions about my medical records.
Well, I doubt they will.
I worked with my mom for a little while, like cleaning at a dealership. So, like, I mean, I've done it before.
Oh, so you started off scrubbing bathrooms, huh? Okay.
Oh,
I
can
actually
what I'm
hated.
doing
I
now.
hated doing the bathrooms. I just mopped everything. Like everyone would split the stuff up, so everybody would do this and that. And then I got stuck with the vacuum, and like I would like carry that heavy thing because everybody else had difficulty carrying it because they were older. So like I was just vacuuming and mopping the place, and like at one point I had to like throw like grab like take the trash and put it on like this barrel thing that I would carry out to like the dumpster.
Oof. And if they didn't ask me too many questions on my applications, like your mother's name, my father's name, John.
Truth be told, though, guys. Truth be told, though, I'm actually relieved that there's no young women hired at that hotel that I'm working at right now.
Why is that?
Because the last thing I need is for them to fucking falling all over me and shit when I'm trying to do a damn job. And bad enough, I already got these older ladies trying to match make me with their daughters and cousins and shit. I'm like, what the hell?
No. You got to show them the engagement ring.
I've always showed them the engagement ring. They don't care. Filipino do not care. And the sad thing is, this ain't my first rodeo with them. Because the last job over at the other base and the other hotel, they were doing that shit too. I'm just cracking up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here just like, y'all are crazy.
Wait,
And
so you would you say that the Filipinos are the Irish of Asia? You know how Ishi is going on about like the Irish like did it with everybody?
Not even that. It's just the fact that it's not even that. It's just the fact that like, you know, they see a young person and they think, oh, prospect for arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
We will connect more farms with our farms.
All I'm saying is, like I said, like that's a headache and a half right there when I'm trying to freaking get my work done and, you know, try to thank you for confirming that, L child.
Well, you know, you are a chick magnet, Wolf. After all, everybody wants a werewolf.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stanley is spreading some facts. He said the engagement ring has the exact opposite effect that one would expect. Yeah, it's not attractive.
Yeah, you can't hold it up like a holy cross and be all like, "Back, be gone, demons from hell." You know.
What?
All's fair in love and war.
I mean, it has not changed since I left. I'm really surprised about this. Like dang it. I've been here for like a couple of days and already trying to hook me up with their sister. And they always talk. Nah, I'm telling you right now, they covert with it. They're very covert with it, and it's fucking hilarious how bitch, I don't care about your Mexican music.
Yes.
At least it's not no mumble Mexican music, mumble rap Mexican music. That bitch is going hard on that beat.
What happened?
It's like, okay, I can't understand half the shit you're saying, but I'm digging it.
What happened?
No, just a car driving by with damn speaker loud and shit. I know y'all caught that at least faintly, maybe. I don't know.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Usually when we done this, y'all pretty much heard half the shit that happens outside my damn house. So I have to catch. I'm just basically like if the mic caught that, I have to address it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying was like how they be covert with it. It's like they're they will say some stuff to me, and I'm just side giggling because I'm like, I know what you're doing.
I've never had my fellow employees try to hit on me.
No,
Me either.
it's not that hitting on me. It's like they already passed their prime, so they're gonna try to hook me up with their
They're trying
young
to profit.
cousin,
They are
their
trying
young daughter, or their young sister, or something.
still getting propositioned.
I
They're
must
trying
be
to-
weird because nobody has ever done either of those things to me, and I've been at my job for quite a long time.
Well, you need to work with Filipino, and you gotta be the most charming person in that group.
Uh-huh.
That's how you do it. But then again, I don't charm them just for the sake of that. It's like I just do my job. You know, I help them out.
You're
When
raw
Magnetic
animal
personality.
magnetism.
would you say, Schooner?
It's the raw animal magnetism. You know,
Mhm.
the wolf is just, secreted with it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
There's even some that'll claim me as family. You're my son. I was like, oh no, here we go.
Oh, no.
Boy. That's gonna be hell.
No, it's not. It's fun, but it's like, I'm feeling
Look
kind of awkward.
I got one advice for you. Run!
No, they're not gonna kidnap me, Brian. I'm like it's only 2 weeks. We ain't there yet. Where we start nicknaming each other. You know what I'm saying? Have friendship names and pet names and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like we ain't there yet. Like it's been 2 weeks, guys. Chill out. Like I know. I think my problem is that I talk to people as if I've known them and I don't even know them. I've known them for like several years. The way how I talk to
He's a
people.
very friendly person.
That just means you're like you're overpowered in charisma.
Hey, I need to start watching Charisma on Command then. Shit. But I still love my wife.
Of course.
And I come home with her and I give her kisses and hugs and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure I got something special for her this coming Valentine's Day.
Wait, so if you're married, why not show like the marriage ring?
I just told you 5 minutes ago that I do. They don't care.
Wait, so there's a different. Is the marriage ring the same as the engagement ring? I don't understand.
It is the marriage ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. Not much like every other floozy. They don't care. The ring is a challenge.
Well, that right there should tell you something about integrity. There isn't one.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that I maintain my integrity all the time. It's like, look, as nice as you're trying to hook me up with your daughters, your cousins, I don't even know what they look like. And you're describing them to me, but I'm like, look, I'm a one woman man. I ain't know all about that 12 marriages and 30 marriages and all that stuff. Hell, it's a challenge for me to keep this woman satisfied. What makes you think I'm gonna satisfy 10 more of them?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, it's not like it is in the manga, okay? Harem is very tricky.
Exactly. And I ain't even looking for no damn harem.
Yep.
Not me either.
No.
But like I said, I'm like, look, I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with just being around these elderly women that's trying to hook me up with their cousins, their nieces, their daughters and sisters and all that stuff. I would have quit that job on the spot if a young one came up to me trying to propose to me or try to hook up with me, knowing full well that I got a ring on my finger.
No, that's also that's also very tricky. Never. I mean, it's true. Don't ever dip your pen in the company ink. Never.
Well, no. It's not even that. It's the fact that they, these day and age with, excuse me, Eloise, with these type of broads, make up all kinds of shit about you and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
It's the era we live in now. It's no longer about it's literally about survival.
So yeah, guys, word of advice: if y'all gonna go to a workplace, make sure it's nothing but elderly people. Now, still watch yourself around them, but elderly people are much more mature than these young cats around here. I've
they
seen
jump all over you.
I've seen so much shit happen at the previous job. It's fucking insane, dude. I seen coworkers hook up with each other, knowing full well that they work at the same damn job.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Workplace romances don't last.
Well, the first attempt was pretty bad, pretty much a disaster, and I don't know if they're still together or not. I'm not gonna tell you names, but the next batch actually got married and are going to have their first kid.
Oh,
Mind you, they don't work at the theater no more. The man of the couple is now of the National Guard, and they moved to another state. I don't know where, but they're expecting now.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Like some success, some failures, but like man, that
It
it's like,
does.
you have
It
to
does
be
depend on
careful.
the people. It does depend on the people.
And we do have a rule on the base that the fraternization rule. So they have to be very careful with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Especially the first two. That was them working on. We had to separate them too because they were having their own spats too, and it kept pouring into the. Why am I even talking about my work history?
All right, you want to switch gears a little bit? What new
Maybe
movie?
y'all interested. Y'all ain't even stop me. That's crazy.
Okay. By the
I
way,
mean,
I recently discovered a way in order to resurrect parody movies.
Oh,
You've been
okay.
waiting for a long time to say that, haven't you?
Yes, bots.
Carry on.
You ever see Eloise? You saw the video I sent you in the me chat, right? Me group, right?
yeah, and I checked out the software, and it's not really bots. It's more like predictive. Like, you know how you type on a keyboard, like your phone keyboard, and then it predicts what you're gonna say. So it's
Yeah.
basically predictive pattern recognition, and it's actually the individual who puts together like these pattern recognition stuff into something that sounds comedic. Otherwise, it's just gonna sound like random gibberish. So
Mhm.
it's not exactly bots doing it. It's just people.
I heard about
Mm.
that. I
Oh,
don't. I'm not too
yeah,
open about that. By the way, I
yeah,
left something in the private chats to check out.
yeah, exactly. I would use that software to make parody movies. Help make parody movies.
Good luck with that then.
Can
Take
I
it
just?
easy.
That would be.
I think the
I think
I think
parody movies might
Slow
actually.
down, guys. Slow down.
I think parody movies might actually be the better movies than we are getting today.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eloise.
I was gonna say that the software needs some more development because like if it's just pattern recognition and that's really it. Like for it to really be a bot, it needs to be more developed, like better. So like unless people start funding it, I think it's gonna be stuck in that development in that stage of development. But at the
Yeah.
same time,
Since we're close to the 50 mark, after you're done, Eloise, I'm gonna shed some light of what the format's gonna be for the future, because I'm pretty sure we've successfully got this going on, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead. Could finish what you're saying, Eloise.
oh, I was gonna say it's still gonna be stuck in that stage of development unless there's like people pouring money into like Botnik or softwares like that to get better code basically. So like
Learn the code.
yeah.
So yeah, let me yeah let me get serious on this. Let's get serious right now. But so we're since my scheduling is weekends off, probably gonna have to start doing this on weekends, regardless of who's streaming or not on the weekends. I'm just gonna have to just wing it like this way. That's why you don't see the banner at the bottom.
Right.
Um, sh- should they give me weekday offs? It could go either way. It's gonna be a very fluctuating schedule. and they might have me work in the evening too, rotational shifts.
Right.
So I'm being transparent with you guys and our audience as of right now. This is going to be an interesting time with me at this job right now and trying to balance all of this out.
You know what? I think, believe it or not, these actually could turn into like event streams.
Yeah.
So we might stick to weekends, Schooner. I'm sorry you that leaves you out.
Don't shed tears. Don't shed tears too quickly. I got a plan in the works. If you're putting it that way, I'm going to try to maneuver. But
okay.
I don't want to say it out loud because I'm afraid I might jinx it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I'm not like you've already pretty much made it happen to be here. And I'm not trying to ask you to always do that.
Yeah.
Like you like I told everybody on this stream. Every single person that's been on the stream, you come first.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't rush yourself. Don't always rush yourself to appease me or anything like that. Just you come first, always.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And the same rule applies to me. And you already seen what I've done so far when I came first. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But so just letting you guys know that this is going to be an interesting third season for Wolf Commander Rambles.
Yeah, so we don't really have a set schedule, is what you're saying.
Exactly, Brian. You perceptive gentleman, you.
Yeah.
I might attempt evening streams on our usual days. And this is a question I asked you guys. Are you guys willing to be up for that? Because I don't know what your time zones are.
Yeah.
But I might have to schedule it at 5:30 because that's the time I get home. On my end, Pacific time.
On weekdays?
Weekdays, yes. Because so far right now, the schedule is I work a whole week and be off on weekends. But I do want to still try. But doing so will be also cutting into the professor's time, which I don't care. I'm doing my thing.
And I think he would understand too.
Well, I hardly ever go to his streams these days.
Yeah, he might even want to do a collab with you at some point too.
I've been trying to message the man.
I personally don't care about the professor.
No one's asking you, Fizz. No, I'm kidding. No, I was trying to. I tried to email him over at Gmail to let him know that I'm like if he's got his slot open, I want to do my personal heroes.
Yeah.
Thing. And I was going to see if my list would have wowed him.
Yeah.
Because y'all want to hear my list?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Of course, Superman.
Yeah.
Popeye.
Ooh, good one.
Balsa from Moribito for females.
Right.
How I forget his name already. Tiger, Wild Tiger from Tiger and Bunny. Introduce a little anime on his stream.
Oh yeah.
Does he dislike anime, or because I get the sense?
I think he's just more like indifferent to it.
No. That ain't the reason. That ain't the reason. It's because too many people offer it to him, and he's not too open to the medium yet. He's kind of like getting a little taste for it here and there. Yes, he is also put off by the anatomy designs of anime. He's put off with the big eyes and all that stuff. But for me, on my part, whenever time I try to recommend him anime, I try to recommend him anime that has anatomically appropriation. If that's a phrase for him to watch without having a hard time watching it without being put up with the designs. Right. So I try to recommend him, say, mostly Tiger and Bunny
Mhm.
for the superhero aspect because he tends to look at things at the superhero aspect, as Omnivore had once said in his one of his videos when he brought him up,
Right.
Mhm.
and I was shocked when he brought him up. I was like, oh wow, shocked. It's like he brought up the professor on one of his videos. Wow, I wanted to share it. I was like, never mind. But I digress. Yeah, he tends to look at things with the superhero aspect, and that's how he's conditioned. So let's
Mhm.
just say that he's
Right.
conditioned like that.
He's
Uh,
surrounded because he's surrounded by the traditional archetypes,
mhm.
not and they used to make heroes like and stories like that, but evidently now it's all about deconstruction.
But I was
Yeah.
recommending him anime that really appealed to his taste, like the movie Sword of the Stranger.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he'd enjoy Fist of the North Star?
Hell to the no.
Probably not because it's a little
Mhm.
too violent.
You heard what he had to say about Invincible.
Oh yeah.
And nah, here's the thing. Here's the thing though. I was hoping he would do that, and he met my expectation. I was like, man, he gonna tear this show a new one.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't
Mm.
wait.
Oh yeah. And Terra
And
he did.
and in that stream that I was in with him, I was laughing when he said when he described the violence and stuff. I was like, bro, you met my expectation. Even though I like this show, I was ready for you to tear it a new one because of the gratuitous violence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I ain't really like Invincible that much. It's not because of the violence though. It's not. I don't care. I got no problem with the violence.
I started reading the comic books, and you know what? The comic books are actually really good.
I got some issues with the comics too, but I'm
I
mostly
never read the comic.
I'm mostly on the show mostly, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my issues with the show too.
Yeah. I think
Surround-
most of the criticism for Invincible is about
Shut
the
up.
show.
Trying to keep her hidden, man. I know who you talking about, but you have to, Brian. Damn it! Now I want you to be a wallflower again. No, I'm kidding. Nah, but yeah, I was gonna suggest him Sword Stranger and specifically Moribito for strong female characters. Balsa is the archetype.
Yeah.
She fits everything that a strong female character should be. If you guys ever watched that anime Moribito, it
Nope,
was on
have not,
for a
no, but
while.
I am curious.
Sounds interesting.
Now I'm curious.
It's the anime Xena.
Ooh.
Oh, very cool.
That's the only best way I can describe that show. It's the animes. Like if you watch that show, it's got its own manga too. But if you watch that show, you can see some parallels.
Yeah.
But
I'm already liking it.
I was gonna suggest that to him, but instead of just suggesting it to him, instead I was gonna talk about Balsa to him and Xena. It was like I originally had Wonder Woman, but I replaced her with Xena
Ooh.
Nice.
because she don't get enough talk about.
You don't get enough love.
Yeah,
No.
so instead of Wonder Woman, I went with Xena. And I can tell you
Before
all.
we even had, before we even had Wonder Woman, there was Xena.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who was my fifth one though? I can't remember who was my fifth one because it wasn't necessarily. I probably was gonna bring up Hercules too, Kevin Sorbo Hercules, but like nah, I think Xena because Xena was actually her own character, whereas
Mhm.
Hercules was an established character that was retold to some degree.
Yep.
In some areas, he was retold. But Xena was literally her own character. She was a created character. That's why I had her on the list. Damn it. It was somebody that, like I said, like I had to retool. I basically retooled my list because I wanted to make it completely unconventional, much like
Mhm.
everybody else. Like I did fall back on the Superman pick too, like everybody else. But it's
Yeah.
like the other were completely unconventional. Like everybody else, like Leia brought up Luke Skywalker. I'm pretty sure Fan Man brought up Luke Skywalker at some point.
Yeah.
I think Troy talked about some characters too. probably Star Trek related. But yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I wanted to talk about if he ever had me on one of these days. One of these days, I'll contact him and tell him which is a good idea to have me on there. Pretty sure I can get there at least around after I get off of work, though. I'd be tired as hell depending on what the workload was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had to fucking drink a damn monster to get on Dan Herron's stream to do Captain America, and like majority of that was me like just cutting off age sometimes because I was fucking excited because of the damn drink in me.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the stream, never did, because I don't know what channel it is, nor that I didn't have the link. So
Yeah, I'll link it to you when we're done. But if you
Captain
want,
America Civil War.
I know what it's about.
no, what I'm saying is Daniel Herron's stream. He's not really called Daniel Herron. He's called Soundtracks with Birdman. Y'all should have told me. I would have linked you guys to the stream. But then again, I'm also responsible too. I should have linked the stream for you guys.
Well, I'm just thinking.
As a matter of fact, I think I did link the stream after we were done.
Probably. I did watch it. I do remember watching it. You were on. But you were like on point with your arguments. I mean, it was all very valid. Every single one of them.
Especially when he tried to shit talk Captain America's team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was the wolf coming out. The wolf just came right out there, like boom, no prisoners.
That was me kind of slightly correcting a mistake that Leia made on that end because throughout that whole while he's going on that tirade, the only person she kept defending was Captain America. I was like, there's other people that you need to be defending, Leia.
Can I just
go away for a while?
Can I just say too? No, everybody on Captain America's team ended up coming out the other end of Endgame. Okay, everybody else either got killed, maimed, murdered.
Yep.
So siding with Cap not only was the smart choice, it's the one that keeps you alive.
Yep. My thing was like Age was ready to start it all over again. I was like let me shut that shit down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you almost won with Leia, but that's only because Leia was too distracted right now. But you got the Wolf Commander here this time, and I've been waiting for a long time to do this with you.
Yep.
Because he was like, we have. Falcon, I don't really have a problem with. He's not really a criminal, and we got Ant-Man. Ant-Man, he was a thief, and he was working at Baskin Robbins. I was like, yeah, but he ain't no child soldier.
Exactly.
I'll say this: that Ant-Man.
We have Scarlet Witch. She was an enemy in Age of Ultron. Yeah, but she ain't no rogue AI. Rogue AI. Look, I play Mass Effect. Rogue AI is a serious business, sir, and you ain't changing my mind on that one. Vision is a rogue AI. I don't care who he's with. He's a rogue AI. He can make his own decisions. He is not shackled by the 3 laws of robotics here.
No, he is not.
No, he is not.
I even made a point. When they asked like what Vision killed Captain America, if he calculated as the right choice of action,
yeah,
he would do it. Like you guys really did not pay attention to Age of Ultron when he came alive. He calculates things. If he once he reaches the conclusion of his calculations, then he makes a move. He even said he even demonstrated that in the move in Civil War proper, and I can't believe I didn't bring that up.
Well, another thing that I wanted to say too is that that's also a very key moment of Vision breaking his programming because he actually makes an error, which shows that he's actually more human. He's becoming more human because he does make a tactical error when he tries to fire to stop the Quinjet. But no, not the Quinjet. But he's hey,
Bromando.
Hey, Bromando. He tries to shoot at the ship, but what was it? Hawk? No, he tries to shoot at Falcon. Falcon anticipates it.
Yeah, he tries to shoot at Falcon. He misses because Falcon dodges and hits Rhodey instead.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, yep. And then he just Tony does the big dick move.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "I'm sorry," and what does he do? Boom. And I'm just like, a-hole.
Then he brings up who he brings up next? He brings up brings up
Hawkeye.
thank you, Hawkeye. He was going on a tirade how it was mind control. Yeah, he was under mind control.
Yeah.
He wasn't operating on. I said at least he ain't no international spy / assassin that fucking changes freaking sides on a fucking whim.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Black Widow is notorious for that shit.
Yes.
Yep.
You will not change my mind, Age. She has done that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She holds no loyalty to nobody unless it suits for her trying to do something good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That and someone being under mind control really can't be held accountable for their actions either.
Yeah.
It's like,
I agree.
or at least he's like, at least Tony has T'Challa. He has Black Panther. I say, bitch, you think Black Panther is loyal to Tony? You really think that? You are
Oh, hell
convinced
no.
that T'Challa is on Iron Man's side because he's okay with the Accords. Yes, him and his father drew up the Accords and all that stuff, right? But he ain't loyal to Iron Man. He's there for an agenda, and once he's finished that agenda, he's gonna peace the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He ain't dealing with he ain't even dealing with Tony Stark.
Nope.
He's got his own shit. What do you need Tony Stark for? He's just there because once he's linking up with them because they're gonna lead him to what he wants, the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And once he take him out, he done. Ain't no loyalty there.
Right.
That's the only thing that Capsai had that Tony didn't have. Loyalty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they were already. I mean, that scene right there, where each and every one of them said, "Cap, not all of us are gonna make it. You and Winter Soldier got to be the ones to make the escape. We'll buy you the time."
Mm-hmm.
Knew they were gonna go to jail.
Mm-hmm. They were taking the fall. They're willing to take the damn fall.
Because they know that and again, once again, the greater good. They didn't know what Zemo was planning, but they knew 5 super soldiers like Cap or the Winter Soldier, big bad news. Gotta get,
Full disclosure though, guys, for full disclosure, me and Age don't have no personal vendetta against each other.
No.
You just have a difference of opinion.
It's a difference of opinion.
Well, that's the thing. That was for me. I was just I'm still Cap all the way, but I was just playing up the act right there, the exaggeration. But like I said, like me and Age are just good fun. And then even after that stream, I said, hey, look, that was a good look, that was a good stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
He said, yeah, that was really good, man.
Good.
It's like it was no, haha, I owned your ass. No, none of that. It's like look, that was a great stream, dude. That was real good. He didn't change beats. Like we both were the same. You know, he didn't change beats even after the first attempt against him and Leia.
Right.
It's like it's funny, Age. And like those that's supposed to be supposedly Team Iron Man side ain't even on your side right now.
That is so funny.
I'm pretty much owning this debate right now. So
and a lot of people seem to think, oh, the movie just kind of pulled the shoestring. You got to side with Cap, but because it's his movie and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, he's got a solid foundation to stand on because Tony's always changing his motives throughout the whole movie. The first motive, he says the Accords are a good idea because of the one woman's son who got killed. And then he tells Cap when they're in that room to sign the Accords, he says, I thought the Accords could maybe help me and Pepper get back together. So I'm like, so this whole thing is one, guilt, and 2, he's trying to make his. So this whole thing is just Tony. This is all Tony just wanting his redemption.
Yeah, and going about it entirely the wrong way too.
Yep, exactly.
Traitor! Not kidding. I'm on this whole string, guys. Feel free to jump in if you need to. Go ahead, Fizz. I know you got something to say.
Captain America Civil War. When I watched that movie, I didn't really see much of a point to why they were fighting. I didn't I didn't see a point.
That's the whole point. Is the drama. Like what? Why do they need to fight? Why did they need to fight?
But they need to fight to protect Bucky for some reason. I think he wants to go to jail. So why?
Well,
So
it's because
why?
Bucky was also like the last remnant of a previous world that Cap had inhabited.
No. The whole point was that Bucky, yes, he's willing to let Bucky face incarceration. That's why when he went there, when he's going there to talk to Bucky while they're incarcerated, they didn't talk about releasing him.
Right.
Like Steve is not dumb. He ain't letting his personal feelings jeopardize what the mission goal is. He knows Bucky is not himself. He knows that Bucky has been completely mind altered and conditioned to be a lethal weapon. He's not like if he's in a safe spot where he's incarcerated and restrained, he's gonna go there and talk to him, or at least talk to people, talk to them to appeal to him, to get him moved to a place where nobody is going to attempt on his life, because he's still a soldier of America. He did fought in World War II alongside Steve Rogers when his first tenure as Captain America. He is still a war hero. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly. In fact, he says it right there in the movie. He goes, because right after he's going there to try to convince Bucky to surrender peacefully, because he knows that the alternative is that they're going to kill him, and he doesn't want that, because already we have an entire nation that's reeling from the age of Ultron and the Hydra attack. So they're out for blood. So and now with this explosion at the UN building, yeah. So everybody's kind of feeling like Black Panther at that moment. Although for Black Panther, it's a lot more personal. So he's trying to get him there to surrender peacefully. And the scene that sums up why he was doing all of this is when Black Widow says, "For the record, this is what making it worse looks like." And what does Steve say? He's alive, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's alive, ain't he?
Well, other than that, it's like I say, yeah, you're right, Schooner. He was there to help Bucky ease him into to surrender. He's not there to fight the SWAT team that was going to just take him out, let alone fight Black Panther. That's his friend, but he knows his friend still got to face incarceration. He's not going to just say, "Oh, he's a good guy person, let him go free." No, he knows that he has to answer for his crime too.
Not only that, he's basically saying, don't hurt. He says, don't kill anybody, because if you kill somebody, I am going to have no choice but to take you down. And what does Bucky say before he smashes into the floorboard to pull out the backpack? He says, I'm not going to kill anybody. And he's running.
Yeah.
But the point was, the point being, it's a much better written story than the event itself.
Yeah.
More condensed.
Yeah, because in the comic book, the reason why the whole the Accords thing happened was because a group of superheroes failed to stop a villain. The villain blows up a school. Then that's somehow Speedball's fault. And then they do this stupid Accords thing that wouldn't even really work in practice, since how you gonna regulate alien superpower beings that are not mutants? Well, that's the first thing. And the second thing is, wait, why would a villain give over his power status to the government? If it's going to be a criminal, why we care that the government knows or not? He probably wouldn't. If it newsflash, if he ain't got no problem killing people, then probably wouldn't give a rat's ass whether the government knows he has powers or not.
That sounds a little bit like the gun control argument too.
This is my segue to something that I happened upon on Twitter, of all places, that really stung me. And it's not just Twitter, but I've been hearing this a lot on YouTube in the comments section and all that stuff. And it's this idea that superheroes are saving the day. Yeah, they're saving the day, but why is there so much collateral damage? And I have this question to propose. You think the city's going to look a lot better once the invasion is done?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I even feel like...
Are you suggesting that superheroes don't do nothing and you just welcome the freaking invaders with open arms? Like the tweet that got me going, and this and I didn't tweet toward this person. This was not directed at this person. It was directed at the statement, and it came out in the form of a joke. And it says, "Avengers, we saved the city," and they put in the city, and it shows a picture of 2 cars overturned, wrecked cars, by the way, in front of buildings. Right? I'm like, that is like the most idiot statement to make about people who help people.
Well, it's oversimplifying things.
Well,
Yeah,
not
because
that is a gross oversimplification.
because okay, if I'm superheroes, what are we gonna do about the villains?
that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly. What do you
like,
want them to do?
yeah.
Like gather around some Boy Scout bonfire and sing "Kumbaya" or some shit?
I know I could
You
just.
get enslaved.
What I'm saying is, I could have summed it up as would the city look any better than the look any better once the Chitauri had their way with it.
Exactly. I mean, this is what I felt that I think what the retort that Steve should have been giving to Ross, but I knew it would have fallen on deaf ears. When he's showing all the footage, you know, I would have fired back with, yeah, but look at the context, okay? That could have read, it says Avengers save city, and they show a city that is destroyed. Or the headline could have read, Earth invaded, swear fealty to the Chitauri. Then it cuts to Winter Soldier when the Hellcarriers are crashing and they're showing the damage. I would have said, the new headline for that one would have been New World Order, Hail Hydra. Then it cuts to Age of Ultron, and my response to that would be, there would be no headline to this because there would be nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's like this idea of the heroes should not have intervened
Well,
in the first place because so many people have died anyways, regardless of their intervention. I'm like I said, it would have been way worse if they didn't do anything.
You know why they
sense.
say that though? Because they kind of hold perfection as like the standard to look for if you're going to be a good guy. And since nobody can fit it anyway, even a superhero, yeah, it gives them an excuse to be an asshole about superheroes.
No, that's exactly what Captain America says. They're shifting the argument to a personal attack because they don't want super. That's real. They're just changing the argument.
Join in on us.
No wonder.
Why'd y'all stop talking?
Hobo
Oh,
Steel Slammers looks like looks so 9/11. Damn, what a bunch of amateurs! Good one.
That's the thing also about the Civil War comic book. They had a little more ground to stand on the argument because what happened is in the Civil War comic book, these were a bunch of D-level heroes going to fight against a bunch of A-list supervillains, and all for a reality show. And
I didn't watch Hawkeye, so I didn't see it, and I didn't want to see it. And I saw glimpses of it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's some bullshit."
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
I'd rather watch their propaganda play where he goes and punch Hitler.
But what was I going to say? So the D-list heroes, just for the sake of reality, for a reality show, are fighting a bunch of A-list villains. The villain Nitro explodes himself, and it's basically Marvel's equivalent to 9/11, where a supervillain had detonated himself, destroying an entire town, and of course he was right by school children. So this really raised the issue on, are these superheroes really superheroing, or have we reached a point where they now need to be regulated?
It's now that Final brought up Hobo of Steel, that question. What I was supposed to do? Should I just watch them die? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to say. So are we looking for a more re-edited version of the Good Samaritan, where the Good Samaritan just walks on by too, just like everybody else?
Right. That's completely fucked up.
I wanted to mention, speaking while we're on this topic, in Where the Boys that actually kind of makes sense because the heroes in that universe aren't really heroes; they're just villains who get paid money to save people.
Or they're children in costumes. They have the mind of children.
Not exactly.
Well, they have the emotional fortitude of children. Homelander.
Yep.
Maeve.
Well, I mean, and that show they're basically just villains who get paid money to save people.
Well, what I'm saying is way how they operate, the way how they go to the lengths of that is basically children without no responsibility or accountability.
Well,
They're
that's
basically school shooters at this point.
That's the problem I have with this. They're now taking bits of the argument, and not all of the argument is being had at this point. At least with the Civil War comic book, they had at least a question to stand on. And I love it because Civil War, this is exactly what they should be doing, but they're not doing it in Western comics. Superheroes are not supposed to change with the times. They are supposed to be a reaction to the times to see if their moral codes can still hold up today. And they do. Their moral codes still do.
I still remember reading Lost Children.
Yep.
In Berserk. And that's the exact same shit happened with Guts when he uses a kid as bait to get Rosine's fly children to run at him, and he fucking fly swatted their asses. And the fucking village that fucking closed the door on the kid, not even let him in for shelter or safety, had the gall to chastise him to use the kid as bait, and he let them have it.
No.
Like, motherfucker, please, none of y'all open y'all doors for this kid. And y'all, I'm the bad guy for using him as bait.
Well, it's just like now what we have with, oh my god, that stupid Peacemaker show. Oh god,
I didn't watch it yet. But...
No, there's a scene I watched. I remember the clip. The clip was this guy is talking to Peacemaker, saying like he's not a real
clip.
Yeah. What'd you say? You saw the clip?
Yeah. He basically compared himself to Batman. Said Batman's a pussy because he don't kill his villains.
Yeah, the context of it says, "Oh, you're not really a superhero, Peacemaker. Not like Batman. You said you were like Batman, but Batman has a cadre of supervillains. You don't have a cadre of supervillains." And Peacemaker says, "No, because I kill all of my villains." And the guy says, "You kill your villains? Batman doesn't have to kill anybody." And he says, "That's because Batman's a pussy."
Oh,
I know. Yeah, exactly. And he's like going.
Only person I will accept that fucking line is from the Punisher. Fuck Peacemaker.
Anyway,
so I don't even know who the fuck he is.
He's a Charlton comic character.
Well,
he's Charlton comic. He's from the 60s.
It goes even further because they.
Explanation, but okay, thank you.
He calls Batman. First off, he calls Batman a pussy.
I'm not unappreciative, but thank you for the information, though.
Right.
I accept it gladly, Fizz.
But apparently, everybody he gives an explanation as to why Batman's the problem, because he says he doesn't kill his villains, and therefore he is indirectly responsible for all of the evil and death and murder that they have wrought upon. How many property damage or deaths are indirectly responsible for because of the Batman, because he doesn't do what needs to be done, and all that stuff. And the internet is hailing Peacemaker as like, oh wow, he's so prolific, and I'm just like, that is again another gross oversimplification. Batman does not kill his villains because both. Okay, one, he still believes in the people of Gotham City. Okay, he believes in the justice system. Okay. If he kills them, he acts as judge, jury, and executioner, and that leads to one thing: tyranny. He is saying that the people of Gotham City do not know what is good for them, but he does, and that is very dangerous. Okay?
Exactly.
Secondly, okay, he does not kill these villains because he knows for a fact that they are just like him. He is a result of trauma, and most of these villains are very traumatized. Psychotic, yes, but have a dark past, okay? Bad things happen to them. And he doesn't kill them because he believes one day they will maybe reform and get better. I mean, Harley Quinn is already the only one who really gets to be reformed.
Because he's human.
Yeah.
I hate that cartoon, by the way. I ain't even finished watching that show.
I didn't even watch
alone, Fizz. But I always like the DCAU version.
Yes.
I love that version.
Because one is it's a tragedy, but you also deep down, it ends in tragedy. We all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But deep down, you wanted her to succeed. You
Oh,
really
yeah.
wanted for her to succeed. Even Batman wanted her to succeed. That's why he was able to get that kiss. Like not that he wanted that kiss, but she gave it to him because she sees a side of Batman that she don't normally see because she's she's on the wrong side of the law and he's always trying to get her ass and what have you.
Well, what's funny is that in the comic books, Harley has always stated that she has this flirtatious crush on Batman.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the Suicide Squad movie, as awful as it was, paid homage to that when Batman was trying to give her mouth to mouth, and she just gives him a full makeout.
Props to Margot Robbie for kissing Ben Affleck.
Yep. But what was I going to say? But that's why Batman doesn't kill, because he is not. It is on the people of Gotham City on how to deal with these criminals,
and it's on the criminals themselves to finally get over themselves and reform.
Exactly. I mean, he does. He's willing to give them all. And somebody even says, I never understood why Batman just doesn't use his wealth, to improve Arkham Asylum.
That's his job.
Exactly. Well, but here's the thing: Bruce does do that. He does get them the best treatment that they need,
Once again. Once again,
it ain't my job to satisfy.
Look,
exactly.
That's another argument I cannot stand from people that that a multi-billionaire has all this wealth and they think that they have entitlement to their money.
Yeah. Or how they should spend their money.
Well, yeah, especially it's coming from the po folk. Like I made this again back to Twitter. I know Eloise is like, bro, why you still be on that site a lot? Because I keep you guys updated on the madness over there.
And it is madness. Madness. I say. Madness.
Madness. It is Sparta.
Can I talk for a minute? I've been talking all day, but I know. No, I'm kidding. When I see stuff like that, especially when I heard that comment in the trailer of the Batman, the second trailer. Oh no, that's the third trailer, right? The one with the Catwoman. When they're talking about how he could be using his wealth for, I'm like, bitch, do you got a better idea how to use his money? Are you rich?
Probably don't know dick about how to manage money either.
And I would laugh my ass off if I hear from Pofo that trying to tell a rich person how to use their money. I'm like how you use your money. You still po. You still po.
Exactly.
You're not impoverished, but you po. You got your bills climbing up. You got $500 in the bank, and yet you trying to tell a billionaire how to use their fucking money? Who are you?
It's that again. We're
Look,
getting back to that real self-entitlement issue.
My thing is, look. There's a number of rich folk that I love and hate at the same time, but at the same time, I'm like I come to respect rich folk. Okay, like for a lot of people that they try to condition us to hate in most media, I'm like, I'm on their fucking side. If I was rich, I wouldn't give my money to you motherfuckers either, because I seen how y'all spend y'all money.
Well, and they're also saying, the people who are born in privilege, who have never known what it means to struggle, need to feel bad for the people like us. And I'm just like, well, okay, first off, that's shifting the blame from where it needs to be. Okay, it's on. Exactly.
Yeah,
You're just
trying to do is they're trying to take consequences away from people's bullshit mistakes.
Disappeared on this.
Exactly, and that's really the problem that I got with. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is again, we're going back to the Civil War argument. The Civil War in the comic books has at the very least some ground to stand on, because when 9/11 hit, we started asking ourselves what it was a threat. It was an invisible threat. Well, not an invisible threat. It was 9/11 happened because we didn't face facts. We'd gotten too comfortable. We didn't realize that we thought all the enemies were gone. Yeah. And then in Civil War, it's starting to ask a question too. I mean, when does personal responsibility come into play about collateral damage and the lives that have been lost in the pursuit of these superheroes and these supervillains. And it's interesting, but unfortunately, it has now run amok, in my opinion, because now they're showing superheroes, hey, look, I saved the day, and look at all these people I killed. And it's like, that's not what happened either.
No, it is not.
No, it's not what happened. I mean, they didn't start showing, yes, Superman, if you watch Superman the Animated Series, yeah, he fights, but he never brought down a building. That's all Zack Snyder. He never brought down a building, okay? And Superman always got into a fight with when he was doing battle, he was always doing his best to minimize collateral damage. And yes, they do ask the question. Yes, there was collateral damage, but the real benefit of this is lives were saved.
Yeah, over the long haul, lives do get saved, because it's much worse if the hero stands down and does nothing while the villains are all trying to do their thing.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. And that's now, the argument is not that anymore, and that's the real problem.
Yeah.
Which is why I loved the original Civil War, because the original Civil War is that Cap and Iron Man both have solid motivation. Iron Man believes, yes, there has to be oversight on us, because who holds us accountable if something goes wrong? Whereas, on the other hand, Captain America is like, well, he does say, if we submit to the control of a collective group of people, suddenly the men and women in suits tell us who the bad guys are and who the bad guys are. And who's to say they don't have personal motives of their own?
Exactly.
And you know what? I even think, too, Cap was even willing to answer for the charges.
Yeah, Cap would be the one to tell you government sucks at everything.
Well, he wouldn't say the government sucks at everything. He'd say he believes in the ideals, but my faith is, as he says at the end of the movie, my faith is in people, not institutions.
Exactly.
And that's always been a problem.
No Dark Souls song theme thing?
They did it while you were out.
Leave.
They did it while you were out, Eloise.
And this is her reaction.
And
But other than that, yeah, that some things like that. Like I said, it really. I know I was circling around back to the previous topic. It's like,
am I the only one getting bad audio feedback?
You could be.
Because it's going fine for me. But I get what also you're saying, Wolf. There are a lot of, well, I'm not saying that all rich people are good. There are a lot of rich people out there who think that they can do whatever they want because they got the money and they're basically masters of their own fate. I get that. That's abuse of authority, and that's really what we see in these comic books. Like Lex Luthor is a rich multi-billionaire who thinks he can do whatever he wants. And damn the consequences.
Yep.
We have Final with us.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty well, actually.
Got anything to say, Final?
Oh no, I'm just deciding to come in here.
I mean, you are part of the chat group, so yeah, the link is there for you.
Welcome.
I got a topic. Are any of you guys excited for Matt Reeves' the Batman?
Hell
Not
to
in
the
the
no.
No.
I'm tired of Batman. That's the thing. I'm tired of Batman. I've been tired. After Dark Knight Rises
now.
After Batman v Superman, and they kept announcing another Batman, I'm like, I'm tired of Batman. And then after the swarm, the overinflation of Batman related animated movies from DCEU, I was like, I'm done with Batman. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
Yeah, and not only that, but also, did you know DC publishes 40 Gotham books a month?
Oh, they did.
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing: Batman is DC's most successful comic book run. Okay, there's no
reasons.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Batman has had
I mean,
the
has
most.
he been popular since his movies? Actually,
Oh yeah, he's even gotten more popular since his movies.
I mean, yeah, I kind of thought so with that.
Batman does have
That's
the
what I'm saying.
most.
He's popular for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
Like
and
I love to be a Batman fan. I'm a Batman fan. You know what I'm saying?
me too.
Don't
Oh
get
yeah,
me
me
wrong.
too.
Don't get me
Same
wrong.
here.
I'm just
It's
saying,
just starting now at this point where it's just like, oh, but like, there's like the Bat and the Sun, they're doing a good job with that, or like, Matt Reeves Batman with the that.
it's gonna be
like,
great.
okay, yeah,
You haven't seen it yet.
I understand that. I know. I'm not saying I have seen them, but it's just like,
No. I'm quoting people. Like,
oh
it's
yeah,
gonna be great. It's gonna be in good hands, but you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, but you haven't seen Hawkeye. Yeah, and I don't want to see it either.
And the perfect
it's
want
to
to
the
see
point. It's just like,
Batman.
I mean,
I have the
good
best. I have
Christ.
the best response. I have the best response to that. They said, "Well, you haven't seen it yet, so you can't pass judgment." And I said, "And you don't need to read Mein Kampf to know it's a bad book."
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I'm still already writing on my story. Plus, I've already got plenty of other ideas. I'm already writing a bunch of recaps now. But
Neat.
I'm not even going to be selling them if they might be good. They would be good. They might be bad. But in between, I'm just going to be glad I'm going to get them done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And also another thing I like to say.
So, yeah, go ahead. Good.
And if you're already so fearful that you're just having this, like, the biggest insecurity with just desperately clinging on to hope with these series like the Superman and Lois CW show or the Book of Fett series or any of the new Star Wars content, it's like, it's going to be good. It's like, okay, the only way how it's actually going to be relevant to our country is that it needs to be go. It needs to go. You need to let it go. It has to die.
I think I agree with Final. It's like, for God's sake, can't you see it wants to die? Let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, get into some
Metal
new
Gear
stuff.
Solid 4 even has a message
Stop
on
clinging
that.
to these legacy
And it's very
games.
clear with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put a bullet in Yellow's head.
Yeah. Take the old dog behind the barn and shoot it.
Or
That's because towards dogs.
I mean,
And I know, and mind you, I'm a dog lover, but damn it, I'm not stupid. If a dog is dying and there's no way of fixing him, put him down. It's gonna hurt.
At the very least, you may as well give him the Logan or Ghostbusters Afterlife treatment. You know, let it die with dignity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
that's why I showed you guys that one clip from Orphan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the comment I put beneath the clip. I forgot what I called it. What did I call it? Environmentalist versus a hunter versus an environmentalist.
Yeah. Oh yes. That's it. I was like, oh damn it! What did he say underneath it?
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I said a hunter's argument versus an environmentalist argument.
Yeah.
And the clip, Esther said, "What are you gonna let it suffer like that? You have to finish the job."
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta get the job done. That's why you get people who people who get the job done.
I watched that movie 5 times, and I always celebrate when Esther dies, but it's like there's some shit that I do agree with her. Yet she's a villain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Fucking Russian.
Oh, there's no point about
Be gone, bot.
Be gone, bot. Be gone.
That's 3 in 1 stream, dude. That usually it's
I know.
1 or 2.
It's out of fucking control.
All right, I have to say this though. I am going to say this though. For Matt Reeves, the Batman movie, Colin Farrell's Penguin looks amazing.
I know the Penguin looks amazing, but Riddler on the other hand, I mean, might as well be good stuff.
He looks like a Slipknot. He looks like a guy in a gimp suit, or he looks like something out of a
Penguin.
Or he looks like something out of a Slipknot cover.
Yep.
Yeah. Thing is,
like I said, I disagree with you guys about the Penguin. I don't like it.
Yeah, it looks awful. He looks more like Hush.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been Hush.
I know. I mean,
why didn't you make him Hush?
No.
I mean, Hush has
This
some
is not
personality,
part of
but
the long Halloween story.
Oh
which the movie is
no!
based on.
This is a golden opportunity to give him a personality.
exactly.
Yeah, because the
Oh.
Riddler is a cryptic. He puts up cryptic brain teasers.
Well,
Like-
no, they're trying to make, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to make the Batman look like Seven. Well, why don't I just watch Seven instead?
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like.
Or use Screwmaster. Screwmaster is not isn't real established. Everybody knows Riddler's personality. He has so much there to the point that it's hard to remove it, replace it, and turn it to something else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, he's actually the most prideful in comparison with the Joker, because the Joker's
I
the
would
most
love to see
egotistical
Hush on the
out
big
of all
screen.
of Batman's villains,
Mm.
actually.
Even though I'm not gonna watch it because of my no Batman content clause. You know what I'm saying? At least like damn, at least you're not going with the usual people like Joker or Harley Quinn and all that stuff. It's like, look, I will give Matt Reeves this. At least you're going to Riddler at least, but man, your design choices are fucking killing me right now.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
like I
the
said,
thing
not even-
too, is that he wants to go down that sense of realism, yet Gotham City looks like something out of Blade Runner. And I'm just like, and then it's like, what did you do to the Batmobile? You made it a Firebird Trans Am. And they're like, well, realistically, it would look something like this. And realistically, Batman's costume would be like...
his first tenure as Batman.
It's basically just a cover for the fact that these people have no sense of style when it comes to cars. You
You
know,
know the problem with this whole first tenure of Batman with Bruce? Did
What's
you guys forget that he's rich?
I know. Exactly.
I know.
You're rich.
Yeah,
I mean,
Batman is a rich billionaire playboy. And now we
that
go to
all-
this movie. Yeah, now we go to this movie, and you even look at him in the Christopher Nolan Batman films. He looks like a freaking gimp.
yeah, exactly.
No,
Did
All
he?
because these people have a hate boner for anyone that's richer than them.
Well, the thing is,
but-
here's the thing though. When we look back at how Bruce built his shit in Batman Begins, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah.
That's a rich person's wealth right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, see, for me, for Batman Begins, it makes perfect sense. He's rich, he's wealthy, and they actually explained it in a very creative way. An R&D, a dismantled R&D facility with nothing but prototypes.
Yeah, because it's
But
pretty
my
much like
thing
based on
is,
Batman Year One, actually.
my thing is this, guys. My thing is this. When you look at that shit, it screams rich person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's the reason why Raish or Raz, take your pick, but I always go with Raish. It's the reason why Raish was able to figure out his freaking secret identity.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
He's a fucking rich person.
Yeah.
Going back to the Tim, hang on, Schooner. Going back to the Tim Burton movies, the design screams rich person. It looks like he was stacked with money. Even the Schumacher Batman movies didn't forget that shit.
Yeah.
His suits, and say what you will about Batman and Robin being a toy commercial, but dang it, yes, he can make them type of suits and those type of vehicles with his motherfucking money.
Mm-hmm.
I buy that shit.
Exactly.
I don't buy Matt Reeves, Bruce Wayne, looking like he fucking gorilla collected all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's what that shit looks like to me. It's like he fucking ordered that shit off of fucking eBay.
I know that car looks like something the Question we driving, not Batman.
Exactly.
It does not look like a superhero's car at all. It looks like a
Or something that Weevil, one of my characters called Weevil, will be driving because he got no money.
My thing is, if you were going to go with the realistic take, it's like here's the thing: the first Batmobile in Batman the Animated Series comes close to looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
At best, it would be sleek. It would be well built. It would look. It looks like it can drive through things and survive. Not that damn car that rolled through that fucking whatever that vehicle was in the final act of that trailer.
In that commercial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where it shows Penguin yelling. Yeah, he's driving through a gas truck.
Exactly. I'm like, ain't no way in hell that car gonna go through that damn gas truck like that.
Hell no.
I mean, yeah, stuntmen have always done that in years, but I'm like I'm not I mean, I'm not gonna test that theory out in real life like Mythbusters would, but
I'm
I'm,
also going to say
I'm
this
dead
too.
serious. I'm dead certain that would not happen to a car like that.
I'm
No,
also
it would
going to say
not.
this. I'm also going to say this. They say, well, we got to make it more realistic so that it can be more grounded in reality. And I'm like, this is DC Comics.
Exactly. DC is meant to be over the top, grandiose. The grounding kind of just slips in, but it's not like
Yeah.
the entire thing.
Grounded in reality, how the fuck that car survived that damn gas truck ramming?
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Marvel. Because, like, the very moment you try to make it so realistic and try to be, like, grounded reality to be relatable, quote unquote, it's just going to be now, and even make the heroes be uninteresting to uninteresting people, you make it uninteresting.
Don't
It's
sell.
even what,
Here's the
it's
thing,
even
guys.
what the
Don't
people
sell your
over at
work as
Disney
realistic.
are trying to do with Star Wars, with the
I'm sorry.
Star Wars: The High
Continue, Farrell.
Republic, actually.
Yeah, that was kind of problem with Netflix Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the problem that I have too is that it's safe to say Marvel won the superhero war. Okay, they won.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. Now they knew, but
wanna know
now
how?
with Marvel back,
You want to know
because
how?
they knew. Go ahead.
Because everybody's imitating them.
Yeah.
That and Marvel used more of his characters.
Marvel used more of its characters, but it was because they didn't have a choice. The Marvel at the time, they didn't have the rights to Spider-Man nor the X-Men. They had the rights to all of these, as they called it, second string heroes. But John Favreau said, give me a second string hero and I can give you a I can show you that they got some merit to them.
Exactly.
And he did. Iron Man is a big deal in the comic book world, and he showed that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he was the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He became the face of Marvel.
Right, Robert Downey Jr.
Man, they better not open up an old. They better not open up an old Iron Man comic book because they're gonna be confused as to why Tony don't fucking flip up his helmet.
Well, and that's another thing too.
See,
I mean,
kids, back then you had a secret identity. You
Well,
had to have one.
another thing that I found really cool is the creation of Iron Man by Stan Lee is that he was actually, they always said, well, what he made Iron Man in like the 60s and everybody hated the military industrial complex. So Stan Lee decided to say, you know what? I'm going to make a hero who comes from the military industrial complex.
Yeah, and because Iron Man's origin is based around terrorist violence. That's basically where his origin story comes from.
Yep. His origin story comes from he's a weapons manufacturer and he profits by war and conflict. And then he has a near-death experience that makes him realize, you know what, maybe I should start thinking about
the arms race ain't worth it.
Yeah. The arms race ain't worth it in the end, especially if you're dead. But it was more so than that. It was that when and I love the fact that Jon Favreau kept this in the original Iron Man movie. It's that Tony realizes that if I die right here, right now, all I leave behind is shame. And that does not sit well with me.
Exactly. And that's why he became Iron Man, to right the wrongs.
Yeah. Specifically to right his wrongs. But what I love is that another story popped up too, is that Iron Man kept putting an armor around himself, around all those closest to him. And he had to be pulled back time and again for, you got to learn.
The whole overarching theme of the Marvel Universe is responsibility. I mean, you more so see this a lot with Spider-Man, because, of course, with great power comes great responsibility. That's what makes him the more human.
Yeah.
Whereas in contrast to DC, it's more so with hope, because, DC is grandiose. It's the ideal superhero universe.
Yeah.
And
that's what it was supposed to be. Marvel, a lot of people say that Marvel, DC are the heroes we hope to be. Marvel is the heroes we can be. And I'm
yeah,
exactly. So let's do a hyper reality. Let's show a noir style gothic Gotham City, but let's show a hopeful element because there is a not vengeful per se, but there is a crime fighter who is shining, because Batman is the light. Oh yeah, please.
I sent you guys a weekend this time, a weekend motivation in the private chat.
Okay.
Weekend motivation.
What do we get?
Of
What are we
course, I
getting?
can't view it because I'm on my phone this time. Last time I was on my computer.
Fizz, if you can't, it's fine.
Yeah, ass, yo.
It's so pretty.
It's an eclipse, man.
Did anyone besides me notice the medallions? Is that supposed to be Raven?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Okay, very good. That was beautiful, Wolf. Thank you.
Hey,
But-
you never say I don't give you guys anything.
Exactly.
Sorry, Fizz.
I'm just saying, Batman is also, they always say that he's vengeance. No, he is supposed to be
Vengeance.
vengeance. What he
Yeah.
is.
Oh, you guys don't want him to say I'm Batman. Instead, you want him to say I'm vengeance.
And
Well, he did say it in Batman Animated. That was a freaking poetic moment, but he still said I am Batman. I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman.
Exactly. The thing about Batman is that, and it's beautifully illustrated in that picture where it shows Superman standing tall and there's a dawn right behind him, and Batman is standing there and he's got a spotlight on him. Batman is the light in the darkness, exposing the evil of the Gotham underworld and the city.
Exactly.
I shared it via Twitter through private DMs. You can view that on your own time.
And as much as I hate Batman v Superman, there is a sequence in that movie where I actually thought was really cool when the police are arriving and they see Batman as he's hiding in the corner and the way he's moving like he's a supernatural creature. Yes, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, that right there. Yeah. Too bad he fucking ruined that shit in freaking Joss Whedon ruined that shit in Justice League, where he's just posted out on a fucking balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I get what they're
Then again, there was a scene that kind of mitigated that, where he's like standing where the light shine on him, and you hear the Dan Elfman theme song playing.
Right.
Yeah. But that was the thing. He's supposed to look like this supernatural creature, and that, okay, fine. I can understand. That is really cool. And then when he's compared to Superman, yes, I even like that too, because now Superman is showing where Batman is on this paragon. But I mean, then the rest of the movie is just terrible.
Yeah, Batman. I hate Batman. Like I said, I couldn't get past Jesse Eisenberg. So
no.
Like I said, I would have read him differently. Trust me, if I was telling that shit.
Oh yeah.
If they really wanted Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, he would not be acting like that.
No.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been Lex Luthor in the first place. He has very limited range as an actor.
Well, here's the funny thing.
He's kind of a scrawny little shit.
Actually, he would have been Jimmy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That would have been perfect.
Can I also say?
Even better.
He wouldn't be doing all that shit. Hell no.
Yeah, even better. He probably would have been the Riddler or even Toyman for that matter.
I know. That'd be much better.
Perfect for him.
Hey man.
Yeah, Toyman would be amazing.
Yeah, that's another underused villain.
Yep, that is another underused villain. But if I was to do a DC universe, I would actually save Batman for either late phase 2 or early phase 3. Yes, I would actually push a Batman movie that far back. Why?
I know.
He is so established, you don't even need to make a movie.
I know.
Yeah. No introduction needed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can be in the periphery.
I'll make a Flash movie early, since you really need to establish Flash.
No, yeah. You do need to establish Flash, and you do need to establish a lot of the other underutilized characters. I mean, if I was to do a Teen Titans movie, you can bet your butt I'm going to have a Static cameo. Okay, because I want a Static Shock movie.
Yeah, that would be cool to see Static Shock get his own movie.
Yeah, they just gotta. DC's gotta stop kissing Batman's feet. Okay, they just gotta start exploring their more
Fuck
underused
you,
characters.
CEO of DC. Give me your job. Give me your job.
Mhm.
I'll be the
Actually, hand it to
diversity
me.
hire. I
Hand it
take
to us
your
now.
job.
Leave it to us professionals, okay, kid? Hand it to us. Leave it to the
I don't even need to
professionals.
fucking write a damn comic book. I'm gonna point the damn book to whoever's willing to write the damn book without the politics and all that stuff and get it done.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact,
Give
I
me
would
your
even,
job.
just like what
You too,
Business-
Marvel. I'm a joint job. I'm a man. Y'all got me fired up. I got this monster in my damn system. I'm fired up as this, and Leia just popped in while I'm in my
Beast has been
rant.
unleashed,
She still
and
got her-
Leia's here
Oh,
now.
Leia.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Leia, her boyfriend Steve Rogers.
Hello, fellas, and
Not
how
really
are you?
appropriately play this clip.
Oh,
well.
Now I guess the gag is all here. How you doing?
How you?
I want to ask any of y'all. I think I posted this in the MeWe chat, but does any of y'all know the anime about the two transsexuals in a relationship? I wanted to watch that, but
No.
Then watch it. You
I
need
want to
permission?
watch it. No, I don't know the name. Forgot the name.
Well, look
What
it
did I
up.
stumble in upon?
No, I looked at it. Try to look it up. It didn't.
Very
I don't know.
awkward
It
I
didn't
moment,
get-
I
don't know
assume.
what you're talking about, man.
Oddly bizarre.
It's oddly specific, but I'm good luck on looking for it. I look for it for you if you need my help, man. But
Exactly.
man,
I'm trying to look it up. I couldn't get the exact name. It's about I think it's a middle school. I'm not sure.
it probably is a school.
Mhm.
That's usually the bedrock for all those weird shit to happen in anime,
I know.
like Oren Host Club.
But
I'm
Leia,
not throwing shade. Not throwing shade at Owen Host Club, by the way. I haven't watched that show. I plan to though.
Mm-hmm.
but Leia, just to answer your question before we segue this way, we were talking about DC and Marvel and how DC's got to really stop kissing Batman's feet.
No. You need to go. You need to start from the back and come here. Start it from the back and come your ass over here. Start it from the back, come over here. Start it from the back, come your ass over here.
What you were talking about?
Let me give you the cliff notes.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it with my Dragon Ball Z voice. In the last episode of War Commander Rambles, we talked about how superheroes get blamed for the bad guys' actions. And we talked about a recap of the Civil War debate between the War Commander and the Age Boomer. And then we talked about some other bullshit that kind of crisscross with one another. And we talked about how rich folk are getting heat because they don't use their money responsibly. About mostly throwing shade by people who don't use their money responsibly. And then Eloise died on us twice.
Oh.
And now she's going to sleep permanently. And then we have Final Fantasy Fan 12 joining us and adding his shade to the DCU. And then we talked more about how Batman sucks now because he's popular. And now let's continue our story of Wolf Commander Rambles.
Yeah.
well,
this is
thank
basically
you.
when I put into the chat, so I'm like going to the average show. The rich
Well,
folk, the money, the cops. It's all a product of Satan. And then I'm like, have you been watching way too much TV?
I think you just answered your own question there, Final.
Money is for the devil.
Yep.
Exactly. Just like take away from the TV
Hi,
for a while.
Boucher,
Just
you better
have a
put that
little
money
time,
up.
Go outside. Just yeah.
Well, sounds like sorry I was late. I first of all I had
Leia,
errands
what
to
have we talked about this?
I know.
The Lady of Valor is never late. She arrives precisely as she's needed.
Thank you for that, because Lady of Valor was getting her hair and nails done. So
Ooh!
Ooh, getting sticky in here.
You got a date with Chris Evans?
Good one, Scooter.
Oh,
that's a good one.
came out with her perm and everything. Did you get nails done too?
Yes. Nails were done too. Yeah, it was time. Well, my beauty shop is back open and back in business, and I was the first one on that appointment. And I said, I got to get in here. It felt really good to go back.
That's okay, son. When I was your age, I had stupid dreams too.
Why
That
did it
was
have
so
to be
well
Attack
timed.
on Titan memes?
Yeah.
It's relevant, I swear. It's all relevant, I swear.
Well, sweet Mother Teresa on the hood of a Mercedes Benz.
I don't even know what Eloise is laughing at, but she's having a ball in the chat.
She's probably laughing at us because we come up with all the great jokes here.
Those are very funny. I just I know it.
And I also touched
because
upon
Evans is not a stupid fantasy. That is a goal worth working for.
all I'm saying is, yeah. Before we continue, I also have to catch you up on the job situation, Leia.
Sure. What's up?
So I'm trying to balance the work with Commander Rambles in the future, of course, since we have this stream right now today. This is why I'm doing this right now. This is why it's called the Catching Up stream, so you guys can be all caught up with my life. You also missed that I revealed my name by accident somehow. But other than that's StreamYard shenanigans. But anyways, so right now, we're probably going to be doing weekend streams for now.
Right.
As far as weekday streams, this is why I ask everybody, are you cool with evening sometimes? Because you guys know my time zone is specific, and I don't want to cut into you guys' sleep time that much. So I didn't even go to full detail about that front. So let me start covering that right now while we're in the hour and a half mark right now for those who are watching this in the back watch.
Right.
So I was where my train of thought kind of like went all over the damn place at that point. But what I was going to try to touch base with you guys specifically was the fact that the streams, if we go weekdays with my current schedule right now, they might be well under 2 hours.
Okay.
I see.
So,
Okay.
So I want to make sure you guys have a window to get some proper rest for your daily activities.
Right.
But of course, we're only doing this for 2 days. Where it comes to conflict is that I'm also part of Culture Fortress, but then again, I could probably just let in some cases I can let Match know that I probably won't be joining for that because I still gotta maintain my show.
Right.
This has been Grand Reveals, the stream. Eloise. I still don't know what you were laughing about, but you'll probably tell me. You probably tell us in the private chat. But what I was gonna say, so there's that. I'm still doing Culture Fortress this Tuesday, so we're probably, if I do decide to stream this week, it ain't gonna be Tuesday because I gotta have time because that comes in at 5:30 their time, or rather my time. But like I said, we'll be doing that in the evening time. So 2 hours should be good enough for you guys to have a window of time, or at least if you guys want to dip out during that stream, do so.
Yeah.
And as I said to Schooner, and I'm going to say this to everybody, you as well, Lady of Valor, you come first.
Mm-hmm.
Of all else.
Okay.
That's my inner Captain America right there. Whatever you guys got to take care of outside of Will Command Realms, do so. Take care of that. You come first.
Right.
Always. That's how much I care about you guys.
So if you're going to do weekday Wolfman Randall's, you're saying it would be like
around the evening time, because the work is morning shift all the way up to 4:30 my time.
Okay.
And I only get home around 5 o'clock, 5:30 ish.
Okay.
Depending on the traffic. So you know, my wife has still encouraged me to keep doing this while still working here. So I've been trying to facilitate a schedule. The second factor is that this schedule is not set in stone. That's what my boss has told me prior to this the beginning of this week. And I have asked questions about the schedule and all that stuff. It's not a set schedule. It's going to change in March once things start settling in. Once they got everything to go, there's also another factor depending on what's going to happen in February 5th. And we all know what we're talking about when it comes to February 5th. You guys heard of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here and there. I'm not going to say it on stream, but we can discuss that off stream. But things are happening February 5th, so it depends on how that's happening, where my future with this job is going. And whatever happens, I'll let you guys know. Trust me.
Understand.
I will be transparent with you guys on that. Like right after February 5th, I will tell you what's going on. And I'll tell you what will be happening depending on the circumstances. Now, come March, and how long I'm working at that job, they will switch me to certain shifts too, which means they'll probably ask me to work night crew, or at least night shift. So if that's the case, we can probably do our usual afternoon stream. But there might be a case where I might get Tuesday and Wednesday off, and we can go from there. And that if that's going to be my permanent schedule for this year or like the middle of this year, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm banking on that. Like I get Tuesday and Wednesday off, fine, that's cool, because then we can have Schooner on Tuesday and we can have everybody else on whatever day on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Or we don't have no stream on Wednesday and we just continue streaming in the evening on Thursday.
Okay, well, I'm flexible. Well, if you keep in touch with me, I can keep in touch with you. Evenings are fine with me so far. For myself, right now, I'm still working from home, but evenings and weekends are fine with me. So you keep in touch with me, Commander. I will keep in touch with you.
Not just you, everybody else. Not just you. Everybody, all you guys. Trust me. Now I know there's been also questions circling. Is Trooper coming back? Yes, if I ask him nicely. How often will he be? That's up to him. Okay, it's all up to him. And I'm pretty sure he's got quite a story to tell when he comes back.
That'll be very interesting when he tells that story.
I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers have been missing Trooper for a lot. That's why I think I did him first for the moments.
Right.
It so happens that Schooner is the first one that popped up because I scheduled both. I basically made those at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I randomly picked the time to release them on. That's why Schooners, but really Troopers was the first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on, and then Schooner came in second, then Leia, and then now Brian. I'm also planning on some more moments, but next is Eloise, and then it's gonna be every guest that we had so far: Matthew, Unqualified, Fiona, you, Fizz, all in one. It's gonna be probably gonna make it an hour long one for every guest that we had so far. Now member of our channel, most of you guys, Dominic, Final, Fizz, Eloise, like those who have been guests have now permanently become part of the UN Space Sea Wolf Squadron, and those who have followed me and followed our MeWe group or at least like shared with us or talked to us have been part of the UN Space Sea Wolf fleet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry. No, again.
No, that's right. Sorry, I'm gonna start crying.
It's been quite some interesting times we've been living in since last year and the year before that. And I mean, first year it was just me. Remember that? Me and Owen. Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Eloise, if you're still here, Owen's next. Owen Lister. I should have used him. I should have did him first because he was the
I
first.
got streamed with him once last year.
Yeah, it should have been him that was first because he was my first mate when we started.
Oh, very cool.
This. So yeah, I'm gonna be pulling archive footage of him and compile that to moments with Owen. That's probably gonna be an hour long. Especially the one where I cracked on him when we watched Starship Troopers rewatch, and he thought Dizzy Flores was hiding her shame from Rico when she was really trying to steal Rico away from Carmen to dance with him.
Yeah.
I was like, Owen, does that look like she's hiding her shame? She's hiding herself from Carmen so she can get to Rico. What? I'm like, yes, that's what she's doing. Does she look like she's in shame right now while holding Rico right now?
She grabbed his hand and basically said, "I'm with Daisy," and he says, "Well, too bad she's not around."
Yeah, I'm with Carmen. He's like, yeah, too bad she's not like her loss. He just scooped his ass onto the dance floor, and she drops a bombshell.
Yep.
It's like, why didn't we date? I was like, if you guys ever want to see a thirsty woman, look no further than Dizzy Flores. She's a good character in that movie, but damn, was she thirsty.
Oh, I can imagine it.
She's like Leia on Steve Rogers. I'm surprised she didn't. Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, because she said in the private chat, it's like, it's not like.
Someone at the door. Be right back. Be careful. You don't know who could be at the door. It could be a delivery man.
Yeah.
Like, who can it be?
Maybe somebody who drives a minivan.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you seem like you love your old school music there, eh, Final?
I'm mostly interested in whatever music basically interests me. I mostly listen to lots of rock music, actually, kind of.
Nice.
Hey, by the way, I recently realized. I realized a Harley Quinn cartoon was comedy was banned on purpose.
You still on that?
Well, no, you know what? I'm actually going to be with Fizz on this one because they kept marketing the Harley Quinn cartoon as something groundbreaking, and it's like, really? It's groundbreaking? Is it, though? Is it really? This is like if Deadpool had its own TV show.
Really
Not exactly. I mean, Deadpool actually probably funny.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Harley Quinn is Deadpool with panties.
No, the Harley Quinn. The thing with that show was that was okay, another already adult cartoon stereotype. So like just like going together or Brickleberry or something. But not only
that's the problem I have with R-rated adult animated cartoons. It's not about the quality; it's more about look at what we can get away with.
The shock value, basically.
But there is no shock value.
Here's the thing.
So it doesn't matter.
Here's the thing where I'm okay with. Look at what. Here's where I'm at on the look at what we can get away with, because it was I remember finally how better it was done with Warner Brothers animation studios. That's where I'm like I'm gonna defend that a bit.
Okay.
What you guys are talking about, or at least what Schooner is talking about, the whole look at what we can get away with, is the people who don't understand that connotation as opposed to what the people back then did when they do like adult stuff with cartoons, like the whole like how they crack on censorship, how they crack on producers and the stuff the ridiculous shit that they said that they can't do with these cartoons because they still want to appeal to the younger demographic. Look no further than OG Animaniacs, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I also watched Freakazoid. We watched some Freakazoid recently. That was actually put Harley Quinn cartoon to shame.
Yeah,
it was actually funny.
That's another
What?
good example. Rovers, basically any '90s cartoon of that was helmed by Warner Bros. Animation. It screamed how to really do the look at what we can get away with
Yeah.
in today's
Well,
modern media.
well, because what I loved about it is that they said that's never going to get by the censors, and it's like actually it did. And it's like, let's see what else we can throw by them. Let's see what else we can throw by them. And that's the thing. Almost.
Sometimes the censors turn a blind eye.
Sometimes I do think that too. I mean, first off, the reason why Steven Spielberg cartoons, it's because it's Steven Spielberg. Let's just. It's basically that man gets whatever he wants. And oh my God, was he throwing? You're right. They were throwing in that adult humor, but you could never make that stuff today because they said, "Oh, look at what kids."
Sorry, Sooner. Here's the thing, though. The ones that of today that are trying to do the whole look at what we can get away with, they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They're trying. They're coming at a time where none of that shit shocks us anymore.
No.
You're not impressing anybody with your antics, as opposed to how what people did back in the days. That's why I'm encouraging all you guys and those who are listening that I encourage you guys, stop focusing on being the first. Stop that shit. Stop focusing on being first. Be the next.
The best.
That too, but be the next.
Be the next one. And that's the thing. First off, with some of the crap that they're putting on television,
just relax. Just do your job.
With some of the crap that they're putting on television these days, I mean, the 90s cartoons were tame compared to what they're putting on today.
Definitely.
So true.
I mean, I watched an old because they're like saying, wait, we can't show this to children now. They'll totally understand this because they have the internet and some idiot is going to spoil all the fun. And I'm just like, this is why I love the 90s, because so much crap flew over our heads. I was just rewatching a clip from Powerpuff Girls when the mayor says, oh no, I broke my pencil. And Miss Bellum, who's a bad guy in disguise, says, here, mayor, let me help you with that. And she guides his hand over to the pencil sharpener, and it's sharpening the pencil, and the mayor's got like this face on.
That's great.
It was funny.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my God, how did I miss this? And it's like, yes. Because when you're a kid,
you missed it. I noticed it.
No, when we were a kid, because here's the thing: when you're a kid, you're realizing, oh, the mayor is falling under the spell of the villainess's flirtations. But when you're an adult, it's like, oh no, this is an allegory for office hanky.
Of her giving them a hand job.
Yeah, a euphemism for office hanky panky, and I'm just like, holy crap!
In this case, a hand job.
Yep.
I also want to point out Batman Raven and Bold. You ever seen that show?
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
I have seen that show. Yes.
That was funny as hell. I saw it when I was a kid. That's how I first got exposed to both Blue Beetle and Plastic Man. But used them
version.
I don't know, but that show was actually funny because they actually knew that writers actually knew DC Comics very well and knew how to make fun of each of the characters.
No,
Yeah, the Silver Age of DC Comics.
I was not privy to Aquaman's portrayal. You guys know how big of a fan of Aquaman I am.
Yeah.
You know,
Aquaman's
they made him
hilarious in that show.
They kind of made him a bit of a Thor stand-in a bit, and I was like not too okay with that, but I roll with it because he still kicked a lot of ass.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
but Batman Brave and Bold pretty much highlights.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, Batman Brave and Bold pretty much highlights how the writers of Harley Quinn really didn't care because well, every character Harley Quinn did there was a right way to make fun of him, but it intentionally went out the way to make it to to make it stupid, do it the wrong way for no reason other than agenda. Because
Yeah.
I can clearly see it.
I don't wish this on you guys.
Yeah, I can clearly see it because, for example, the obvious joke to do with Clayface would have him to mock other people, but he didn't do that because he have to mock the female characters and the male characters too, and he couldn't let him mock Harley Quinn. So when he just made him a big dumbass, he just wants to be an actor but sucks at it.
Yep.
And then another example is Bane. Now I don't get why the hell writers keep confusing Bane with Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Like you do realize Killer Croc's a dumb muscle.
I know, because Bane and Killer Croc are meant to be physical.
I wish Killer Croc was not the dumb muscle.
Nope. Bane was actually intelligent in many.
I know Bane's intelligent, and here's the thing: the main joke with Bane,
they made him dumb muscle, and I don't appreciate that.
No.
Exactly.
That's why the Batman's version of Killer Croc is my favorite as of right now, as opposed to DC a used Killer Croc. Or rather, if you really want to see a much better version of Killer Croc, the new Batman Adventures Killer Croc, because in later seasons of the animated series where Killer Croc was featured, that's why they made him dumb muscle. New Batman, he's more ruthless and vicious, but freaking
because I mean that's what
the
I
Batman's
Killer Croc.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You can't flood the sea. You kill everybody. And I'll share a crocodile tear for everybody in Gotham.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you that I think the best interpretation of Killer Croc, in my opinion, was Arkham Asylum Croc.
I know.
Yes.
I agree.
Man.
But here's the thing: writers keep confusing Bane with Killer Croc and making Bane a dumb muscle. But the thing with Bane is he's the main joke shouldn't be that he's dumb. Should be that he's a drug addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because Bane's not dumb. So
no, he got his power through drugs, basically. Venom.
Exactly.
Well, he was already strong to begin with. Venom enhanced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot do this to me! I am invincible! I am Bane, bitch!
Can I also
love that line.
His initial, I mean, the way they introduced Bane, very similar, which is kind of funny because they introduced Bane in a similar manner they introduced Doomsday for Superman. Bane was actually really smart. What did he do? He releases all the criminals of Arkham Asylum so that Batman has to run and exhaust himself to get all of them back inside. Then Bane waits for, because Bane actually deduces who Batman is. So all he's got to do is just wait in the Batcave for Batman to come back, which he did. And Batman was so exhausted, Bane shows up and starts fighting Batman regularly. And Batman, despite being exhausted, is able, to beat him down. And it's like, surrender Bane. And Bane's like, okay, you're so exhausted, you can't fight me now. Venom, he venoms up, and he breaks Batman's back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was pretty awesome.
I wonder which will break first, your body or your spirit.
Yup.
Yep. I actually did like the Dark Knight Rises Bane.
Yeah.
I had a problem with Dark Knight Rises Bane, but
yeah, a lot of people always complain about how he was low to Talia al Ghul.
To Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
They just basically made Bane Ubu for some reason now.
I'm like, yeah. What's your problem with that?
Yeah.
You saying a man can be loyal to a woman?
In the context of the Dark Knight trilogy, it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
You just,
because,
truth be told, you just know that Nolan liked Ra's al Ghul much more than any other Batman villain.
Yeah. Well, perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
It'll be extremely painful.
Well, you die. I do love that. He says a lot of loyalty for a hired gun, and then he quietly says, Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Yeah, that line has become a meme. I love it.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone.
he's not wrong.
Dark Knight Rises Bane was basically a meme just because of his voice.
Yeah.
That was because did any of you guys actually hear the original audio of his voice?
Yeah, I could hear it perfectly fine.
The original, yeah, and that was the thing. Everybody was complaining they couldn't understand Bane's voice because all
Like
of the
they just like put his mouth to an empty soda can, and that's how he did the voice. Because you could pretty much do that pretty well, actually.
well,
I
no,
can do that by honking my nose, actually.
no, it was because first off, audiences would bootleg, were bootlegging the earlier stuff.
Yeah. Back when you bootleg stuff, you get the production versions that doesn't have the added effects, much like what they did with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Anybody who ever tried to pirate it, X-Men Origins Wolverine, got the production version where the effects weren't even in place all the way. That was hilarious. To be honest, that shit was fucking hilarious. Everybody who I've ever taught had that version. When they try to either buy it from a bootlegger or they try to bootleg it themselves, they've had that version.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's freaking crazy how they kind of learned a little bit with the pirating biz.
Right.
Mm.
By the way, I left you guys two weekend motivations. Don't look at the third one.
Oh yeah.
That's for the ladies.
Okay. Let's see, number
Lady.
one. Hello.
Okay. I want to make this video on my channel, but my video production has not been going so well due to circumstances. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Might talk about it in the private matter or after stream's over or something. But one story I really want to tell with Goofanoid is a story called Fake Clown, in which Brain Dead, who I plan to be Goofanoid's arch nemesis.
Right.
She's pretty much a direct copy of Frankenfran, essentially. So
don't say that. It's true. But don't say that.
It is true. I don't have a problem admitting it. So
don't lead off with that.
So she
lead off
seeks
with that
out
when you get the comic finished and published.
Okay, so she seeks out a comedian.
Tell people that you're a big fan of Frankenfriend, and this is your little tribute to him.
That would go over much better.
Yeah, she seeks out a failed comedian. She had a comedy show. She seeks out a failed comedian that offers to give him an operation to make him funnier. Then she turns him into then she turns him into a monster clown, and she doing all and she give him and she called and if he want her to turn back to normal, but she told him no because she'll give him a massive fee, and in order to get the money to turn herself back to normal, we got to commit crimes. So and she did all this despite Goofanoid.
Wow. Is it because Goofanoid didn't take her offer on a date?
Exactly. But yes, exactly. That and in fact they keep mocking her and driving her customers away by telling them that she evil and that she does horrible stuff to people.
Hilarity right there.
Yeah.
Imagine if Freakazoid met Frankenfran. That's kind of.
I can imagine that.
And he had to fight her. That's kind of how Goofanoid and Brain Dead's relationship is. Or
like I said, sounds like an episode of The Tick.
Yeah.
You know what? That should be your frame of reference.
Hey
the
guys.
Tick. Okay, guys. I know what's the Tick anime series.
It's gonna go
guys, I gotta get going, so I am going to sign out.
Yeah.
And say, coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground. This is Schooner Tuna, and we lost him. He's gone.
Had enough yet?
No. I'm ready when you are.
Take care, Schooner.
Bye, Scooney. Have a good evening.
See you later, pal.
He's not gone, but he's muted himself.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'll chat with you again.
All right.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. I had to take this package delivery at my door.
Leia, I left you a weekend motivation. It's the third link at the bottom.
Wait, so what you saying, Wolf?
Say again, Fizz.
So what was you saying, Wolf, about the tick?
Yeah, you should use that as a frame of reference. If you ever not saying that you're out of that you will ever run out of jokes. I'm pretty sure you can handle the jokes side, but if you ever hit that wall where you have no jokes to tell, use that as your frame of reference to come up with some jokes there, especially playing jokes on the superhero conventions, and hell, you could even use the jokes to crack on woke Hollywood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I hardly agree.
You can even parody the boys scene where he claps at that blind boy's ears.
Oh, but there's actually some jokes involving a lot of different things. Like, for example, there's a joke involving magical girls and Japanese culture about this marketing company. One of the I got planned. Have you ever seen the Princess Bubblegum from the Grand Theft Auto?
No.
Oh, go look that up on YouTube.
Wolf.
Okay.
You oh my god.
Are you sending out Chris Evans's pecs again, Wolf?
Kinda. I mean, it's not Evans, but it is some muscle. But I did also give her some back action too in the first link.
This reminds me so much of that one anime. I can't remember which one it was, but it's the one anime where there's a bunch of girls that are trying to get fit, but then they meet this guy, but then he gets extra muscular when they just rips his jumpsuit.
I think I heard that one.
That's the show about the butler.
No, not Black Butler.
I don't think it's a butler.
No. I thought about the monk. I forgot. What was it?
Monk?
The Buddhist monk who gets strong once he gets horny.
You mean Bobo? Not kidding.
No, that's not enough.
No. He does get excited whenever I think he hears like side, and then he just goes like side testa, and then his clothes just ripped. One of the girls does get horny from that, just by the looks of his muscles, because like he's absolutely buffed. He looks like a beast.
Only person I know that was able to that does some shit like that is Poi Poi Savior, I think his name was, from One Punch Man.
Yeah.
No, these are random Joes, Leia.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
That's okay. If you don't mind me random Joes. Well, you know, the dessert or the strawberry on top is, if it's, you know, Evans, that would really be, that's the strawberry on top, if I could say it, like, if I could put it that way.
There's a
because I know you have them. I know you have them. You're just holding them back until you can wait for the right moment when I'm getting into a serious discussion, and bam, you're gonna.
What can I say? I'm an animal that knows how to wait and pounce.
Yes, that's what I say.
That's all my skills in comedy. You know, I wait to strike.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know? I found out recently that Freakazoid is actually inspired by the Creeper, just like Goofanoid is. In actuality, Bruce Timm originally pitched the concept of Freakazoid to be essentially his Creeper show.
Is it from the Batman episode Beware the Creeper?
Yeah, he got inspired when he did the episode. they want to do something like that. So he made the Freakazoid. Originally going to be a more serious show, basically this maniacal guy hunting supervillains. But Steven Spielberg kicked him off his project. He left the project after Steven Spielberg said no, I want to be a more gag during the show.
I got another one for you guys at the far bottom.
Let me see.
Sorry, Fidge. That leaves you out since you're on your phone.
Mm.
You just got to imagine the ass.
If I could say something, because you're probably getting ready to wind down, but if I could say something,
still going,
okay.
still going.
Okay.
I might wind down
because I came in a little later.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say,
y'all don't have my constitution, but continue, Leia. Sorry.
No, I said that's okay. I can understand. You guys have been going for the usual length that we've been going, and I came in kind of a little later. But what I wanted to say is I wanted to go back to when you were having the discussion with the fellas and with not with fellas because Eloise was there too. When you was having study with the group about the rewatch of Captain America Civil War. And that's why my avatar is like that, guys. I forgot to change it because I changed it that night because I had to come in strong because Age Boomer needed an education. But I'm not going to go into that because I think Commander probably already told you about the education that he needed.
Well, yeah, I made a point. I was like, look, one of the reasons why I wanted to do that because when I watched the rewatch, I was like, when it got to that airport fight scene, and Age was arguing his point about his absolute contempt of Captain America's side, and all Leia was doing was defending Cap. I was like, Leia, priorities. You got more superheroes to defend here. Now, that's what I said in the private chat with her. I said, look. The only criticism I had is that you were distracted by your man too much to really like hit the points home right there. She's like, yeah, but I did make some other points. Like, yeah, that you did, but it was a specific spot where we needed you to argue your case right there. And I'm like, seriously, Leia, you still defend? You sitting here defending Cap? You got other. He got family. Defend his family. You love your man so much, but you're not loving his family.
Well,
so so like right after the helicopter scene, she's still marveling on that. Like, okay, Leia, you want pick up your jaw while I take the reins?
Oh God!
God. She's like, yeah.
Oh my
she's like, she had a moment of pause there before she answered. I'm like she's holding back a giggle, isn't she?
Yeah.
That's why she kind of quiet for a moment there.
It is.
It's like, she's like, Commander, you have a way with words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commander, I have to pause. That is what I always do. Everyone who knows me knows that when we get to the helicopter scene, I have to pause for a moment to honor and take a moment to soak in all of that manliness.
And that's the thing.
I'm human. You must excuse my weakness. We all have weaknesses we have.
Yes.
I just paused for a moment, but then I got back into it. I got back on track. Yes, I will agree. But at the time that first watch happened, Boomer was ratting on Steve Rogers so much. That's why at that time I had to kind of get in there for Rogers because the first time
like, all right, that's it.
That's all he was doing. And I said,
like,
wait a minute.
Negro, you got to die.
Yep.
Me, it's like I'm gonna repeat it again because it bears repeating. It's like Leia knows I was there for business right there throughout that whole rewatch.
Yes, he was.
Here, I was sitting here just biding my time, waiting for that moment where we come up, and I'm sitting here like okay, we're almost getting close to that airport scene because I'm ready to tear him a new one on this one. Ready to like I've been waiting for how many months? 6 months for this. Because like look, no diss to Leia, like she stood her ground really well. But I was like, at this part, this is where you should shoot his head off right there. Not over your man, but every character that you like on his side. Because your first love will always be Captain America, but you love everybody else who's behind him one step of the way, always. Scarlet Witch. He's like Scarlet Witch. She was part of the evil. She was part of Hydra. Yeah, but she ain't no child soldier.
You know he's got other guys too. You know that, right? Like, come on. Let him have a rest. Come on.
Oh.
That's well, I was saying like I was saying earlier in the stream, he was all ragging on I ain't gonna reenact the whole thing. I'll just give the cliff notes. He was ragging on this is where he stunned me where he ragged on Ant-Man. I was like, bro, you know how many criminals out there that went to jail for long years for such minor crimes are trying their best to get their lives back together? That that's a point of real like that hits home for me. Not saying it's me directly because I did mention that I went to jail one time, right? And this is not a crime. This is not a crime I commit voluntarily at all. I'll tell you guys that story some other time. But I'm also aware that there are people that are sometimes are unjustly locked up. I'm not saying every criminal is a bad guy, but I am very aware that some people are unjustly locked up, even those who are locked up for falsified crimes. And I was like, and when he was ragging on Ant-Man like that, who did do legit crimes, mind you, he did do a legit crime, right? He was a career criminal. But he's trying to get his life back together, and he legitimately wanted to get his life back together for his daughter. I was like, oh yeah, you got to die. Because I'm always the person of second chances, and he was trying to get a second chance in life. So when he ragged on him like that, I was like at least he ain't no child soldier. Wait, no, Spider-Man's not a child. He is young. He is 14. He's in a fight he ain't got no business being in. He's a child soldier. You will not convince me otherwise, Age. I'm sorry. Spider-Man here is a child soldier. They usually recruit him this young too over in Africa.
Exactly.
He brings up he tries to bring up Clint, and I was like, at least he ain't no rogue AI. Yes, Vision is a rogue AI. You know, he got a buy and all, but he's a artificial intelligence. That's serious business, man. He still and he ain't got no sanctions, no 3 laws robotics whatsoever.
Well, you know what? I will give you that. You did make very good points on his team. So I will give you that. That's why it's good to
He
have.
had the nerve. What stung me is that he had the nerve to call his posse questionable.
Yes, he did.
He that's the thing. He led off with that. That's what killed me. He led off with that, saying he has a questionable teammates. I'm like,
and Tony doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like you calling them questionable? You calling them questionable? He ain't the one running with a child soldier. He ain't the one running with an AI, a rogue AI at that.
And
he ain't running around with the dog of military, Rhodey.
Oh, the military.
He ain't running around with an international spy that changes her freaking her allegiances on a whim to suit her purposes. Yes, Black Widow is notorious for that.
She's basically Ada Wong.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, she's a good Ada Wong this time, but still, you see what she did at the end of that fight. She changed her loyalty.
Right.
Yeah, she was there to apprehend Captain America, but she got a hunch.
Not only that, but Tony's motivation for even going along with the Accords was just, I want to get back together with Pepper. Like, fuck that. Like, bro,
no, guilt from that black woman's family got killed during in what that country's called, Liberia.
Yeah.
Sokovia. But other than that, like he not only just Pepper's sake, like that really shows the parallels between Tony and Steve, why they signed the Accords in the first place. Steve was signing in for selfless reasons, whereas Tony was signing for selfish reasons. Yet again, that's like the biggest character flaw of Tony is sometimes he's selfish. Like he's the top. There's nothing wrong with selfishness, okay? There's a thing called toxic selfishness, and he was a toxic version of selfishness.
Exactly.
Yep, and it showed at the end. And Wolf, I think you brought this out during the rewatch. In the end, and I think you brought this out. Yeah, at the end, we see that Tony pretty much lost everything.
He's
When
alone.
he was alone, not even his good old buddy Ross didn't even bother to pick up the phone and call. You know,
No, Ross did call him. He hung up on him.
Oh, he did.
That-
Oh, I wouldn't paid
yeah.
attention.
Well,
Okay.
one thing I forgot I forgot to go into complete detail of that. It's
Mhm.
like I told Ace, I'm like, hey Ace, guess what? You wanna know what? You wanna know why Cap's the better option? Because he still got family, whereas
Yes.
Tony has nobody, not
Yes.
even Pepper, and the only person that calls him is Ross, the last person he wants to call him.
Yes. So I
Whom
agree.
he
You
hung the
brought.
phone up on too.
I agree. You brought that part out very well, and that's something
Mhm.
I didn't really realize is that the reason I think Cap, in a way, succeeded in the end is because he had family. He had family. He had
Yeah, fam.
loyalty. He had his
Mhm.
loyalty. He had family. At the end, he goes back to free Falcon and probably probably Wanda as well, so she could go and be with Vision. But Tony has no one. At the end, we see no one, and worse of all, the Avengers.
Now, if
Of course,
anybody has a
Carefree is
complaint
gone.
to try to say that this whole movie is a hate sink towards Tony,
I don't think it is.
shut
But go
that
ahead.
shit down.
Yeah.
First of all, now
Well,
if you want me to share my version of the ending, if you want an ending where Tony Tony and Steve actually ride off into the sunset, of course I could have Tony have the phone and go himself to go to the raft and release everybody, and then he sees Steve off into this is ready to show up, and he says something to the effect of, I'll give you a 5-week head start, Cap, because remember he's still part of the Accords, but
Yes.
he's not gonna capture he's gonna let his friends loose, and he's not gonna capture them that day. But
Okay. Yeah.
he also gives them, but on the same token, he gives them a wink. But then
Mhm.
again, we wouldn't have
Sure.
Infinity War the way we did.
Yeah. Oh, that ending makes I get that. Okay. All right. I'll give you
I'm
that for
saying if
that.
everybody's
Yeah.
salty about how because I know there's a lot of Iron Man fans out there that voice their contempt of how they seem to make Tony the bad guy in this movie, which
You
he's
see,
not.
I don't
He's a
think
well-intentioned person that's doing it for the wrong reasons and reckless reasons at that. But
right.
continue. Go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, despite the side I chose with Cap, I never saw Tony as the bad guy. I think it's more about learning a lesson. I think Tony learned a lesson from that whole incident for the very reasons you just said. He had good intentions, but his motivations behind it were incorrect, or his motivations were selfish. Because the worst things, first of all, the Avengers dismantled.
He had good reasons to
That was
do
the worst
that. 'Cause, I
thing.
mean, yeah,
The
but
Avengers dismantled. So that was the worst thing. And he cared very much about, as we see, he cared very much about that team, but also the fact that so I think it's sort of learning a lesson. And that's how characters grow. And that's how heroes develop. Because
Mhm.
I'm sure he's sitting there listening that, you know what, I did it for all the wrong reasons and look at where I got. So
Mhm.
I think it's more about learning a lesson and maybe for his character to grow up. So that's how I look at it. I know, yeah, there were some people like you did, but I said I don't see him. I don't see him at all. I think that the bad guy was Ross, who I don't like and still, but because
And
they let.
Zemo.
Oh yeah, no, oh yeah, and that's still that Zemo. Yes, that's yes.
I'll be right back.
I mean, Tony did have some good reasons to do that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's more so like he's attaching so much onto his fear from when he first got the arc reactor transplants in his first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty good reasons, yes, but
Sure.
yeah, it's not very much like in the comic where he's just like does something a bit more shady to the level it's just rivaling Ozymandias from Watchmen.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
in Civil War. When you put the superheroes in a jail or another dimension that caused them to go insane.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was
somehow it's basically every prison is Arkham Asylum somehow.
Yeah.
No, No, it's not that. It's another dimension that literally causes anybody who stays there to go insane, and he puts the superheroes there. When you get ready to get arrested, so they can literally go insane inside the dimension with magical forces.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Child, I was addressing Child of Flower there. Child, I think that his reason, well, first of all, that Endgame ending was garbage. So I
Oh
don't
yeah.
accept that ending at all, child. That ending, I think that was a Kevin Feige insert. That ending today, to this day, still is trash. I still say that that's something Steve Rogers would not do, was go back to the past. I think that's a Kevin Feige thing, but I don't want to go into that too long. I think that was Kevin Feige's attempt
Yeah.
to sort of put a black star or tarnish the reputation of this character. That's how I see it. Maybe you won't see that way, but that's how I see it, because I still believe the Steve Rogers I know would not have done that. I think that reducing him to go back to the past
Yeah.
That
is
came
something
to
Kevin
mind.
Feige did, because
Mhm.
to even
something that came to
somehow
mind.
where his
I
face
don't I
kind of looks like
don't
Joe
think,
Biden somehow.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's something that came to mind just now as a return. I would not be surprised if the Russos are Metal Gear fans.
Why is
Or who
that?
Oh yeah,
fans?
I made that analogy in the chat.
Who fans?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
You know the video
Oh.
game series Metal Gear.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
would not be surprised if they're Metal Gear fans because like all the Captain America movies combined play out like Metal Gear stories almost.
I know.
Yeah,
Like
like I made this in the chat. Like
First Avengers
Metal
is Metal Gear
Gear,
1.
yeah, the Metal Gear series, it's its own thing. It can't all be Metal Gear. Not even anything can be anything like Metal Gear Rising, still one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And it certainly can't be Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
It just can't be Metal Gear.
All I'm
Because
saying
Metal
is,
Gear is
I
like
want
an
to put
anti-war story, because Kojima is basically portraying it, basically showcasing the tragedies that his family went through since World War II, which is why it's so anti-war, and why a lot of people would say that Kojima is kind of a pacifist.
Yeah.
not true.
I mean, I'm saying
Unless
a lot
he
of people
says
would
it.
basically argue, but like,
I'm
yeah,
saying
I honestly don't
unless
even
he
think
says
he
it,
is.
I don't see that in him.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't like war doesn't make you a pacifist.
No.
If anything else, it makes you human. If
Yeah,
nothing
no.
else, it just means that you know the
Yeah.
effect that war has and what's the outcome of war.
Right.
Even if you have
Exactly.
never,
It's
even if
even
you have
why I
never
even like
fought a war.
the theme of sense in Metal Gear Solid 4. Because, like, yeah, everything in war has changed. It's what Snake said in the beginning of the game.
What can you
War
tell
has
me
indeed
about Metal
changed.
Gear?
Yeah.
Because, Liquid basically just used it to basically just, like, put it everywhere in his control, because he has Ocelot's body and the nanomachines that he has control of.
Nanomachines, son.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, way before it turns a U.S. senator into basically being Colossus, because he basically has the powers.
Yeah.
So yeah, first Avengers Metal Gear 1. Winter Soldier Winter Soldier is Metal Gear 2. Not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 2.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Bucky's Raiden. Or Jack the Ripper. I can't really say what which Metal Gear Civil War is. Yeah,
Right.
maybe 3, maybe, because he has to fight a big boss or
Yeah.
the boss.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, they do tend to play out like Metal Gear stories. I'm like, if they are Metal Gear fans, I
They
can kind
could
of
be.
see it.
Yeah.
I can kind of see.
I'm right now. I'm imagining a Russo brothers directing a Metal Gear movie. I imagine that how that works. That'll work
I
very
would.
very well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to put everything from Metal Gear in a movie. To be honest, you just pick one story and just try to get as much out of it as you can. That's my way of what makes a good video game movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the game mechanics implementation, think might hit. I remember my stream that I made last time when I talked about video games. Now I'm willing to alter that now. You don't have to use the video game mechanics at all. You can try to do something in reference to them,
Right.
but they're not really that necessary. You can kind of like make it look. Basically, what I'm saying is,
I remember Battlefield used the game mechanics in that movie for the Battleship movie.
that was fine. That was fine.
Mhm.
That was actually okay.
Mhm.
Because they managed to integrate it with ship warfare.
Exactly. So that's what it's about. So it makes sense.
It's a stupid movie, but it had potential. It had nice potential, but concept of it was kind of dull. I think the only one that actually there's actually movies out there that I still trying to pinpoint what games that they could be placed as. But so far, I could tell you which ones that I know are that could work, that could have worked as video game movies. Period.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick, Max Payne.
Right.
I know.
You think so too, Fizz?
Yes.
Yep. John Wick, Max Payne.
Yep.
We already got an Uncharted movie coming out. I'm not down to see it because I am not an Uncharted fan.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think Tom Holland was a great cast for Nathan Drake, even though I've never.
I know. I prefer it to be Chris Pratt.
Him,
Yeah, I think Pratt
definitely.
would have been better. Yeah.
Or the guy who played the original Firestorm in Flash, who was Chris Redfield in Welcome to Raccoon City. Good casting, terrible movie. I never watched it, by the way, but looking at it, I was like, that was horrible. That's horrible looking, and it looked like they did put some effort into it. That's the sad part about it compared to Anderson's work.
Right.
Like this should make me forget about Anderson's series. It makes me want to go back to that series, if nothing else. But sidetracking, need to get back on track. What's another one that's actually pretty good for a video game movie, even though it's not a video game movie? What can I call Nobody? The movie Nobody.
What?
There's a movie called Nobody.
What?
Is that the one about the guy, the man that had to?
Somebody's calling me. Wait,
his family.
Wait, hold on.
I just
I think I
recently
hear
saw it.
I'm trying to hear you. Wait.
Why are you fighting your phone? Mute yourself, dude.
You your phone.
Go ahead, Leia.
Wolf, are you talking about the movie Nobody, about the guy that had to kill these Russians? Or
Protect
that
his
film, and to protect his family. Well, you could make that a game if you want to. I just recently saw.
No. I'm saying movies that are not video game movies, but could definitely be video game movies if you slap a title on them.
You know what's actually one MCU movie I just figured out that actually would have been a good video game movie and actually looks like one. It had great potential though, but I wish would have been something else instead of just being touched the MCU. It's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's what I heard.
It would have been the best Mortal Kombat film, actually. Think about it. We actually have a Chinese martial artist, a movie star, a hyper competent woman, all having to fight an evil sorcerer, and we.
I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't hear nothing you was saying. So well, can you say that again?
He said Shang-Chi will make a great Mortal Kombat film.
Yeah, it's Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's what I thought Shang-Chi was going to be, but Marvel blew that moment. I thought it was going to be like a Mortal Kombat type of picture, but it turned out to be.
I mean, exactly. We even have a character that is Shang-Chi himself being based on Bruce Lee that even Liu Kang is a part of. Are you kidding me?
There's so much.
I'm not even gonna, I didn't even bother watching this Shang-Chi because that movie was basically just a special effects show and that's it.
I'm saying
it just probably would have been best if it was just something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't watch it either.
Still,
I was waiting for.
They don't even have a stand for Raiden.
They don't have.
Not to mention
Mhm.
Not to mention the character in the comics didn't have any potential anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Shang-Chi was based on, like you guys say, Bruce Lee. So they had a chance to really, first of all, the actor they chose, no. That guy has no charisma. He's no Shang-Chi.
I know.
Stop
Mhm.
bragging. They should have got a guy that could give you a Bruce Lee vibe. And I thought it was going to be something like either Mortal Kombat or maybe bring back vibes of Bruce Lee's classic movies like Enter the Dragon or something. Marvel really had a chance to do something. But no, they just dumbed it down so they could put their cute little identity politics in. So that's what they. So I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother because I was.
And you gotta make it have all the Chinese cast any way possible, including having him fight the fucking Mandarin.
Yeah.
You guys want to know the new trend?
Yeah, they basically
now?
made the entire cast like Chinese
Can
Asian.
y'all hear me?
And yet they didn't even to the point with the hyper competent female companion should have been from a different ethnicity or race or something like that. Even the
Yeah.
movie star, which are stand-ins for Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage, why couldn't we get those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I coming in good?
Yes, Commander. I can
You're
hear
coming
you.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, acting like y'all ignoring me and shit.
No, they
Oh,
were
yeah,
just.
sorry.
I'm messing with you. But what I was gonna say was, what the fuck was I gonna say? I done lost my train of thought. I got so frustrated with you guys. I done lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Oh, we're sorry. We didn't mean for you to lose your train of thought.
No, actually, it came back to me. You know what's becoming a trend slowly but surely.
What's that?
What's it?
So you know how they keep pounding on shit to make a female interesting or a quote unquote strong female character nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to own her
Yeah.
own fucking crime syndicate for some reason.
Yeah.
We saw it in Shang-Chi, which I saw the secret ending for that one while I was working at the theater still because I had to clean it, and of course I can't escape that bullshit.
Yeah. I saw that. I heard about that. And I thought, no, that's okay.
His sister is now holding. She's now part of the 10. She's now the leader of the 10 Rings, and they say the 10 Rings will return. I was like, so we're giving credit to the bad guys now.
So Shang-Chi doesn't even make it seem like it matters. Like whatever, I was just bland.
See, like so what they're gonna do? Give her her own movie? They probably they give her her own film or her own show or something.
So now are the 10 Rings going to be the good guys from now on? When Iron Man killed most of them in the first fucking movie, so is Iron Man the bad guy for killing the 10 Rings?
Well, I think he just retconned 10 Rings. Since Iron Man 3 does not seem like it fits in continuity with the rest of the MCU whatsoever.
Wait, that's misinformation. I'm getting my facts wrong. He crippled the 10 Rings. He didn't kill them. He crippled them, and Obadiah Stane killed them all. Well, killed most the air branch of them.
Right.
And that right there should have been a big potential drop right there. 10 rings. Meaning 10 organizations. This is what Phase 4 should have been about. Each organization from all across the world. You got the Asian branch, you got the Asian ring, you got the Arabic ring, you got the Egyptian ring, you got the African ring, which you know what? I'm gonna make a modification to my motherfucking Black Panther rewrite. Freaking Killmonger is the African branch of the motherfucking 10 rings.
Ooh.
They ain't care none of that though.
Worldwide weapons manufacturing. That should have been another one of you motherfuckers.
Be gone.
You it for once, motherfucker. Damn. But no, yeah. Killmonger should have been from the African branch of the 10 Rings. Black Widow should have been should have been her fighting the Russian 10 Rings. The Russian ring. That's what Black Widow should have been. If we were to go with that shit right there, like since the snap, right, the 10 Rings have been uncontested, and they're doing their bullshit all around the world, and Black Widow take out one of the rings. That should have been what that was.
Yeah, that should have been
not just literally 10 rings on one person. It should have been a world organization right there, much like the the street level crime syndicate in the Marvel Netflix universe. The hand, the
yeah, that didn't work so well since the hand not really interesting characters. That's the
no. Well,
problem.
I'm just saying,
Mm.
like even but what I'm saying is that should have been phase 4 where we've already taken out Hydra. Hydra was like the big bad of the Captain America branch right there. You had also Ultron, which was also part of Hydra. That was like the Hydra arc of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
That's covered. Now we have the 10 Rings arc in phase 4, and you could have worked more into that lore within the Marvel shows.
Right.
Hawkeye's going around, or at least when we get to Moon Knight,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
thinking.
still a
Really
thing.
Right.
brought it. Yeah, they could
That's
have.
still a thing. Egyptian ring.
Although Moon Knight's case has everything to do with supernatural, so I don't know how that would work. It's more has Moon Knight movie has more TV show has
Bro.
more to do with Doctor
Right.
Strange.
Bro.
Mm.
Arabic rings. Chinese rings. They have a fucking dragon.
Mm.
Egyptian ring. I wouldn't be surprised if they had fucking Egyptian gods on their damn side.
Right.
Make it crazy if you can.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. Like you ain't got no problem with a motherfucker injecting nanomachines in his motherfucking body that turns into a nuclear bomb as the Mandarin.
Yeah, he's basically Molten Man. I know, I remember that.
I'm just saying, and you've drawn a line with Moon Knight taking on Egyptian 10 rings.
Yeah.
Because it's all super motherfucker. We got science fiction.
Right.
How supernatural gonna hinder that? We got science fiction, we got mysticism, we got fucking space travel, and you worry about some motherfucking supernatural.
Mm.
Damn it, Fizz, manage your priorities on the stream.
Yeah.
I hate to rag on you, buddy, but damn, there's some shit that you worry about that. I'm like, why are you worrying about that? You've seen the bulk of the motherfucking MCU, and that's where
I know, but no, that's not the problem. The problem is why would Egyptian gods work with the Mandarin? Wouldn't they be enemies?
Not the Mandarin. I'm talking about if I was helming this shit, right?
Wait, how you separate 10 rings from Mandarin?
Yeah.
It's not completely tied to Mandarin. Mandarin will have his own personal 10 rings. I'm saying the 10 rings as an organization.
But he will be in control of all of that. That's the point.
I'm talking some Shadow levels of shit right here, right now, man. Shadow Lu.
You know,
Yeah, ain't never heard Shadow Lu? Yeah,
From
Shadow
Street
Lu.
Fighter.
Shadow Lu.
Oh.
You see what I'm talking about? I'm not specifically saying he can have his own motherfucking rings. He can put them on his fucking dick all I care. I'm talking about a damn organization.
He can go full Psycho Crusher
called
with
the
that shit,
10
man.
Rings. Worldwide crime weapons manufacturing organization, gun running, man. You know, you got the Arabics, which was the one that Iron Man fight in his first movie. They ran their own little shit. You got Shang-Chi fighting the Asian ring, which they got their own 10 rings. And they deal with their mysticism bullshit. And he got to stop that shit. And then you got Moon Knight fighting the Egyptian ring, which maybe they're connected to the Egyptian gods with their shit. Or maybe
I would lump the Egyptian and the Arabs together. I would lump the Egyptian and the Arabs together.
I'm just saying, like they don't necessarily have to be one branch. Hell, you got the Indian branch somewhere, and you got motherfucking damn, who's the Indian superhero in the MCU?
Oh, I forgot his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Well, shit, Marvel, you better get on that shit then. Yeah, ain't got no Indian representation, right? Wait,
they have somebody. He's a mutant. He's a mutant, though.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
In this world.
What name?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no Native American. I'm talking about Indian.
Oh well.
Hindi.
Oh, Indy.
I think Chakra, but
I thought they solved that problem in the Eternals. Didn't they solve that
Oh, hey,
problem in
Troy
Eternals?
Pacelli's here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Troy. Tomahawk?
Hello, Troy.
No, I'm not talking
Hello.
about no Native American. I'm talking about
We're
Indian.
talking Indian,
La,
not
la, la,
Native
la, 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 la.
American.
I'm talking about Indian.
Mm.
I'm talking about need to be chill, bro.
Wasn't the Eternals? Wolf, didn't the Eternals try to solve that problem?
Yeah,
Didn't
but I
they have
don't got them in the same universe in my rewrite.
I think it's called Chakra.
Chakra? Yeah, we can probably work with him. He fight the Indian rings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
it would be hard to find a way to name all the rings. Yes, for sure that'd be difficult. But so far we have our 5 rings so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got
Yeah.
Russians, which I would have Black Widow fight them in her own personal movie, and they can probably deal with the occult or some shit like that.
Wouldn't
We
that
have
be one in Latveria in Doctor Doom's home country or no?
Yeah.
that don't exist in the MCU.
I mean,
They
I
have
know. I mean, like,
Sokovia.
oh, Sokovia. Okay.
We could use Sokovia for the next ring.
I mean, eventually, we already know in the current MCU, Doctor Doom's going to take over and rebuild it. So
All I'm saying is like you got the Asian one, which is Shang-Chi gonna take them on with their own personal manager in that one. You got the Arabic branch, which Iron Man fought in the first movie, and later in the third movie again. You have the Russians, which I would have like will take them on. Moon Knight would take on Egypt. And then you got the you got the African one, which I would if in the modification of my rewrite of Black Panther, it would came from
Yeah.
Eric Killmonger.
Right.
Or Killmonger. You had the Africans, which they were trying to raid Wakanda for their weapons and vibranium for that. Solve your motherfucking problem there, Phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been your arc. The 10 rings. That should have been your global villain, Thanos.
that might have been too small. Might have been too small for them, their case, because they all got escalate and make it more special effects, more and more special
I
effects.
missed the part where I'm supposed to give a damn about that, Marvel.
What Wolf is hitting on is actually if Marvel was smart and had smart writers like himself to come up with the creators' ideas, that would be a great Phase 4. But right now we know that they have total idiots with no talent in there that are more activists than creators, and all they're concerned about is people's pronouns instead of telling a good story. So what Wolf is saying actually makes sense. But if you had writers like himself in the writers' room doing that,
we'll do a motherfucking another fancy studio office one of these days.
yeah, because I was like, where would you? Yeah, that actually would be, instead of getting so hung up on these multiverses and multiverses and multiply verses and whatever verses all over the place.
I'm good with the multiverse right now. Currently, sadly, it's not. It's still. That's not to say it's still mishandled. Trust me.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I was running the show, yeah, that definitely be trying to put more emphasis on the 10 rings, because that should have been expanded upon much more.
Yeah.
Instead of just making them a correction. You're basically correcting Shane Black's mistake of a movie called Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Make Iron Man 3 legit. Like, yeah, it was all quippy and jokey, but you know, to mitigate that was definitely serious. Like what's it? Killian, Guy Pearce's character.
Killian.
Yes. Huh?
What, the Mandarin? Is that what you're talking about?
Say again, Fizz.
The white one. The white Mandarin, Killian. Adrian Killian.
Yeah, Adrian Killian may have not been, you know, our Mandarin that we were hoping to see, but you know, he was a big deal because he's part of a large crime organization that runs weapons all over the world. They're basically the plague effect of Tony's weapons manufacturing cause. And now that we don't have Tony Stark in the picture, they're allowed to keep going and keep production. And worse, they were still in production when the snap happened.
I will connect Vulture to that too, by the way.
Oh yeah. That's the reason why he was able to get half the shit he was getting.
Right.
let's add to that too. That's why he was
Right.
getting the shit that he was getting because of the 10 rings. And they were, let's just say, they were coming to collect too sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, what you got for us?
Yeah.
But yeah, that like fucking Marvel. I saw your fucking Phase 4 issue. Like where to go after Endgame? You go less, or at least you go less on a big scale. That is a
Right.
big, like, no matter how big, like, yeah, you have that big ass galactic war and shit. But come on, like you don't hear Lord of Rings. Oh wait, I ain't gonna go there. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, we're not gonna. No, we don't.
Let me kill that before that shit grows. That's gonna
Yeah.
turn into another rant.
That yes, I will agree with you on that. I have a lot to say about the Lord of the oh,
Rings of Power. That was yeah, that's gonna be crap.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that at all.
affirmative action
Yeah.
rings, I like to call it.
Good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, the affirmative action
No,
rings.
a bear analogy. Narnia.
Rings of diversity.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
one ring to diversify them all. But
Yes.
no, a bear analogy would be Narnia. You don't see Narnia after the big battle between J.S. the White Witch. You know,
Mhm.
Lewis. Sorry, C.S. Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, Lewis
Yes.
wrote the Chronicles of Narnia.
Mhm.
Actually, I want to read
Trying
those
to make
stories.
sure I don't get my authors mixed up. But
Mhm.
you don't see always trying to one up Lion Witch in the wardrobe every damn time.
Yeah.
He,
Mhm.
you know,
He always tries
every once
something different with every work he comes up with.
exactly. With each book that you came across, it was a different genre. You had the big war in the first Narnia book. You got the second war, which is Two Towers War in Prince Caspian, and then you got Voyage of Dawn Treader, which is more of a swashbuckling adventure. Then
Yeah.
you got I didn't read all of them, mind you. You got layer entries that kind of have their own little thing going on. You know what I'm saying? He's not always trying to make it boil down to a big ass war every damn entry.
Yeah. Sometimes
And this
simple works best rather than trying to go all out and big.
Absolutely,
my
yeah.
message to those working at Marvel: either you guys trim that shit down, or y'all find another job,
Yeah.
or you can do the next best thing. Give me your motherfucking job.
Yeah, leave it to us. Leave it to us, professional. Come on, kid. Come on.
No,
Yes.
I'm a diversity hire. I'm taking your job. That's the first order of business. If you hire me, I'm taking your motherfucking job. Because I'm sick and tired of your bullshit. I'm sick and tired of your bullshit, Feige. Give me your job.
Yep.
Wolf,
I agree.
may I
I
say
agree,
something?
Wolf.
Go ahead,
Go
final.
ahead. Mhm.
All right. Whenever you said, like, when you have like a plots of having 10 rings just around the country, I was just like, that just struck me an idea for another story.
Yep.
Which I'm at least for an idea, and it's almost just like General Patton. I can't remember what movie this was. It's what General Patton's like, Rommel, you magnificent bastard! I read your book.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm probably gonna dip out here.
You know what? I think this 3 hours is a good time to start wrapping it up anyways.
Mhm.
Okay.
Anybody got any final words, or at least anything to add on before we start signing out?
Aside from the brilliant idea that I was actually just written down now, but no.
I do have some final words.
Okay,
Oh,
go
you
ahead.
You got the stage, Fizz.
Subscribe to my channel. I'm planning to do a live stream on Bird Boy eventually. Probably tomorrow, right?
Probably
Everybody cool with
tomorrow,
that?
or if nothing else, we can probably do it next Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. I want everybody to watch that.
It only, if nothing else, I want to make sure that if we're gonna do it as a group, or if it's just you and me, Fizz, depend on what I want to work with you on. You know, I'm still one
Yeah,
of
you want at least one other person there besides just me and Wolfman.
So
Everybody else.
how about this, Fizz? We'll do that next Sunday. Give everybody enough time to watch the movie, because you did share the link in our chat room, and
Yeah, I did.
I'll reshare the link for everybody's benefit. I'm gonna be scrolling up there to find it, because I do, because I ain't. I'm just letting you know, transparency wise, I'm not ducking you on that one. I want to do that with you, just been some things have been just coming up, and I'm trying to sort those out to make sure everything is stable, and I don't want to crisscross on everybody's turf here.
Right.
But I will want to do that with you, Fizz.
Right.
As far as like any future stuff, yeah, you know what? Let me just start announcing this now. So, like I said in the last stream, which is the channel update. So, here's one thing I want you guys to do. I say we can say this for next month or March. Anime Spotlight will be continuing. I'm not sure when. Not sure when. Start checking out these 3 animes. Generator Gall. That's a 12 episode anime. You guys can breeze through that shit real quick.
Right.
I would definitely link you guys to the anime for those. Generator Gall. We already covered Higaje, but what we're supposed to cover after that was Gungrave.
Gungrave.
Yeah, and that's
I watched the
26.
first episode of Gungrave. It was let's just I didn't have a motivation to continue. I don't know what
It's
what
a
the hell
slow
was.
burn. It's a slow burn for the first half of the story. It kicks up to high gear when we get to the second half.
Right.
That's a big warning for everybody who wants to tackle Gungrave. Gungrave is very slow burn.
Right.
It's like Berserk in that regard. Where put it like this: if Golden Age was 15 episodes, and then we get into Black Swordsman, that's how Gungrave runs.
Right.
For that for its own run. I'm not asking you guys to play the game. Don't if you want to look at a walkthrough of the game, do so if you like to. Just so because I'm gonna be comparing because I had the game and I watched the anime, so I'm gonna be comparing the game and the anime here and there. You know what I'm saying, guys.
I hear.
But the game is quick too, so don't worry about that. The game is also pretty quick. You can run through that shit in one go. Gungrave, Generator Gall. What's the next one? There's another one that I want you guys to check out too. It's not Blue Gender. You're okay, Fizz. You can
Blue Gender. What's that about?
Some dude waking up in a post-apocalyptic. Yeah. Why can I not say the name right now?
Post-apocalyptic
world. Fully took. Yeah. Overran by insects called the Blue, and he's a special that needs to get off the planet so they can use him to fight a war.
Right.
That's the best summation I can do that to tell you. Other than that, if I tell you the whole synopsis, then it ruins the surprises that I will want you guys to check out as far as world building is concerned, because it's got some world building stuff going on in that series. Oh yeah, Robotech. Specifically Macross. I'm gonna link you guys. It's technically Macross, but it's Robotech. I want you guys to check out Robotech. It's 36 episodes.
Right.
I don't expect you guys to watch the full series, if need be. If time is what you need, at least go like. Try go 20 out of 36, or at least 26 out of 36.
Okay.
But it's a good. Well, that leaves you. I guess that leaves you out, Fizz, because you don't like mech anime. It's technically not a mech anime. It's actually a war story. It just happens to have jets that turn to mechs.
Okay.
It's on the Fizz, Brian.
I just want to. I gotta remember this stuff too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Take notes.
That in Metal Gear style, actually. Like when you said like there's like a it's a war story, but yet it only has mechs. Ain't that like a bit of a Metal Gear style kind of?
Almost.
No,
So
I
those are
mean the mechs aren't really that important in Metal Gear video games. So it's the title, literally in the title, but at the same time, they're always the final boss at the end of the game. They never reuse the mechs.
they're talked about. Yes, for sure. They're talked about until you get to fight them.
Right.
Mm,
But they're the mission. But the story is mostly within the characters,
mm.
and of course the world building between the characters and here and there when you go into the PDA mode when they start having conversations and what have you. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, just going in the codec.
so yeah, those probably are the three that picked out for us to check out. Specifically, just Generator Gall and Gungrave. Macross we can tackle sometime a little bit later.
Okay.
Which I'm actually, you know what, I'm reneging. That will give you guys enough time to watch all 36 episodes.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know when we're tackling Macross, aka Robotech.
All right.
Manga study wise, that is still a thing. Not sure when that's happening though. But for you guys, since you guys want to bitch a lot, we will talk about Gigant again.
Okay.
I try to suggest many other shit, and girl, Leia, you know I have to deal with these knuckleheads. Y'all laughing because I know that shit is true.
I know you're doing the best.
I'm never involved in these.
I know, huh?
He's talking more about me and Fizz and Schooner.
Yeah, like freaking Finals never around for the chaos I have to deal with these three knuckleheads. Anime movie wise,
in the Metal Gear series, just like
anime
yeah, I'm just
anime
about to get
movie
started
wise.
with Peace Walker, but now, yeah, I'm just now after dealing with other stuff. So yeah, it pretty much sounds a bit chaotic.
We're good though. We're good. Anime movie wise, we will tackle Akira some other time. I'm not jumping in on Akira yet because I'm very picky with my Akira.
Okay.
Unless we really want to do the sub version, which I'm fine with the sub version. But if we have to do a dub, I'm very picky about my dubs.
Okay.
Shocking, isn't it? Will Kamara is picky about dubs. Yeah, he's the dub person.
Yeah.
There's a particular dub of Akira that I favor the most, and it's the one I grew up with. It's the one with Tai Kamiya and Ichigo Kurosaki as the voice actors. Yes, Johnny Yambosh as Kanada. That's the best one that you should watch, and the only one you should be watching. Because their voices sound natural, but I digress. Yeah, Akira, we can do that some other time. But anime movie wise, we'll be tackling those again. Maybe we'll do Summer Wars when we come back to it, or Perfect Blue.
Okay.
Or Paprika. Those are on my mind right now.
Paprika.
It's pronounced paprika, man. I know we call it paprika, but in the movie they pronounce it paprika.
Okay.
I'm calling it as they pronounce it.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, Paprika is one of them. Basically a lot of Satoshi Kon movies.
Right.
He got one out now called Bell, right? Coming.
Yeah, Bell.
And they're really advertising that one.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me about that.
I'm bringing this up because it's topical, of course. I know, Brian. I know, Brian. We're getting there. Sorry, I can't be dragging this out for a second. For a second, Brian's fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Perfect Blue, Paprika, Summer Wars, the movie that was basically the final product of what Digimon Our War Game was supposed to be. Trust me, it's Our War Game all over again, but better. Might tackle some other movies that actually had to jump through hurdles to get some success, like Pokemon Detective Pikachu. If you guys want to check that one out, Maybe
I was disappointed with that movie.
I'll have to watch it just to see where you're talking about. You can tell me later in the comments. And maybe Sonic the Hedgehog, since Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is coming out in April.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
So we'll be talking about the Sonic movie, the first Sonic movie. Topical streams. I definitely want to do identity representation versus identity validation with Fizz Chosen with us as well. So we'll be getting back to topical stuff. I definitely want to talk about how to write writing topics like how to write rich people or how to write mothers.
Oh yeah.
Or family period.
Mothers is
right.
Yeah.
So
Definitely do it.
This is what's
Rich
been on my
and
mind.
middle class people, I think, also middle class as well.
We can give some examples like Family Matters, Fresh Prince, and all that stuff. We'll definitely be talking about those as far as writing topics or story topics. We're definitely going to be coming back to what we usually do back in the days before we started tackling manga study and anime spotlights and movie talks like the Men in Black trilogy that we did. We're definitely going to be bringing that back. We will, as a matter of fact, let's do this for our first evening stream on next. Let's go next Tuesday since I have to attend Cultural Fortress this Tuesday. Right. You guys are up for this one? The Matrix trilogy.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good one.
Since the fourth child that got aborted came up last year.
Yeah.
Same as Men in Black. Just treat it the same way as Men in Black.
The Matrix trilogy -1.
Right.
So yeah, we can talk about that.
Thanks for telling me that. I'm gonna catch up with my Matrix. I'll catch up with that.
Yeah,
so
let's do that.
Notes.
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about that for some time now since Matrix Resurrections that came out. Like you know what? Let's do a Matrix trilogy talk because I don't think we talked about the Matrix yet, or at least mentioned enough about the Matrix. Let alone. So, and I always say my collection is the first Matrix and the Animatrix.
Yeah,
I don't really claim the other sequels, even though they're good in their own areas. I don't claim them. So my collection would have been. I still don't have the Animatrix let alone own it yet. But that would be like if I had to, that would be my collection only, just the first Matrix and the Animatrix. Yeah, and you're about to leave too, Eloise. We're about to close up soon.
Yep.
Thank you for soldiering on, though.
Yeah, thank you for showing up.
So, just letting you know, Eloise will be tackling next Tuesday. We'll be tackling the Matrix trilogy. If you down for that, that's if you've seen that movie because she's a bookworm mostly than the movie buff. And that's a compliment, by the way.
Right.
But so we'll be doing that. Anime Spotlight definitely will be starting with if we do have to bring it back, we'll be starting with Generator Gal since that's since that would be the easy breezy. Right. And I think we'll probably tackle that the Tuesday after next, or maybe if Schooner will probably make time for us for the weekend, we'll do that on the weekend. I'll have to touch base with him on that one. So other than that, thank you all for joining us. Those few of you that joined us for the weekend stream, and those non-existent motherfuckers that's popped in and didn't say shit. Thank you all for
I just imagine the
us.
scenario in my head where they just arrive on the stream just like, oh god damn it. Damn it.
Yes.
Sorry, my Pacheco.
Damn it.
I have to say that because if Ma Pacheco heard you say "God damn it," oh damn, now I said it. That's strike 2.
Oh, anyway,
she's very testy about people taking the Lord's name in vain.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna have to come up with some new words to express that without saying it, like, oh, butter biscuits.
Exactly.
That's what I usually say. Yeah.
She don't always frequent this stream, but she does have a presence here. So.
Oh.
So yeah. But then again, I'm trying my best not to be as too sailory with my language too. But yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, like thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, Schooner, for being here for the limited time he was here with us. Like to thank Brian Gilmartin, the Man 100 Saint.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure coming and talking to everybody. And remember, if you like what you see here, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be taking off for now. This has been Brian Gilmartin. No damage to report. Moving to next area.
And Negro, don't you advertise yourself this time. You sign out. You already did that early. Fish Chozo, everybody.
Bye bye. All right, say bye bye.
I like it. Simple and
That's
sweet.
it? Really?
Yes.
I understand you did it early, but it's just like, really? That's it? You just gonna do that?
Look, my response is don't be hating on me because I'm much more higher than you. Maybe if you take that yee haircut off your head, and maybe you got some bitches on your dick. Maybe you get Tasha on your ass if she ain't seeing that freaking medical surgeon or that psychiatrist.
Fucking with nigga.
That never gets old.
I hate to be aggressive with you, man. I think you're in on the joke, aren't you, Fizz?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Smoking like a true prodigy. Like to thank also Leia Plus Size, a lovely. Yeah, why am I always freaking tongue-tied when I say her title? I had no problem earlier. Maybe the monster wearing out. Let me start over. Like to thank Leia Plus Size, the lovely Lady of Valor.
Hello, everybody. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely Lady of Valor. And even though I was with you for a short time, I thank everyone for coming here. Commander, I love the fireplace background you have there. That's fitting since it's snowing where I'm at right now. But I hope you all join us again on the weekend. This channel is growing, and we just want to keep making it grow more and more this year. So please come back. Please leave comments in the chat about anything you want us to discuss, or if you just want to sit and listen to us fuss at each other, that entertains you too. We want to hear that as well. But
Or if you just came here, if Leia is just pining over Chris Evans' pecs.
That too.
It's Christmas, so I actually relented on that. Oh wait.
Oh, see, finally you had to get him started. Oh,
yep. What did I just say?
Yeah.
Look,
I knew
it's either that back or I'll use this back.
Free and sexy back.
Yeah, I knew. Oh no! Don't.
Look, at least I'll let you talk this time instead of just doing it mid sentence like this.
Oh, that's dummy thick.
Oh, you. Okay, finally you had to. I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was going to sneak one in there.
Look, the golden rule is give the people what they want, and they like the wolf bullying Lady of Valor with gifts.
Those are gifts. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are definitely gifts. Much appreciated. Well, I can't refuse gifts. So I hope everyone has a wonderful good evening. And if you're in any of the areas where the blizzard is happening, stay warm and safe. It's snowing where I'm at here, so.
Look, man, I know you call yourself a light bringer, but you reminded me of Linkar's shitty ass webcam, so I'm gonna give you a new moniker, the light bearer. Do you like that name, Final?
Oh, I thought you were just talking to somebody else. The light bearer or something?
Yeah, the light bearer.
That's cool.
What's your name, scumbag? Sir, light bearer, sir. Bullshit. From now on, your name is light bearer. Do you like that name, light bearer? Sir, yes, sir. Well, I got bad news for you, light bearer. They'll serve lightning and they serve only darkness in my beloved core, light bearer. Do you understand that? Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit. Now, sir, yes, sir.
Sheesh.
Some Full Metal Jacket right there.
Yeah.
I understand that.
You're not even human beings. You're not even worthy of being amphibian piles of amphibian bullshit. Now sounds like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit. I ain't hear you. Now sound like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Okay.
You done?
Final?
We're gonna
Oh, you said you
lightheaded.
did.
Take it away, Final.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so after that, and especially the brilliant idea that he just came up with for Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, I already written down. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. Make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf 10 Media. And thank you guys so much for watching once again. This is Final Fantasy Final 12. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Oh yeah. We need some of that good loving. Hallelujah.
That's a good one.
You know what, everybody? You know what we need? Pussy. Pussy is everything. Pussy is healing. Pussy is love. That's what we need, Lord. Pussy. Hold on, Father. I feel it. I feel the energy coming to me. Pussy. For those who don't know, that's a Sons of Anarchy reference.
That totally doesn't make me concerned for you.
That's Ron Perlman having his own little sermon in that show, and it was glorious. I'll share it with you guys later on after this stream, which is right now. So thank you, everybody. I've been your Wolf Commander, your werewolf once again. And just to remind you guys, now that we're on since this is the beginning of season 3 of Wolf Commander Rambles, just to remind you guys, like I've been telling you guys in the chats on any streams that you guys see me in, we be a rowdy bunch, but we do our part. And I'm also going to remind you guys once again that you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
Oh,
Bitch, I thought you think I'm going to howl?
Yes, I thought you were going to do your out and out.
We're gonna
That's
do
what I
that.
thought you were going to do.
That's a time-honored tradition, man.
Yes, that's what you
That's my celebration now.
Sound like a wolf with a hoarse voice.
My throat is hurting right now after all this screaming and shit.
Oh,
Right.
goodness gracious. We better let you relax.
Hey, Daniel. Yep,
Hey,
season
buddy.
3. Season 3. And of course, I like to lead off with our famous war chant.